everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all doing well tonight. It is Monday night, and I'm feeling all right for episode 13 of this adventure. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. You see him as my pronouns, and I am very excited to be going further into Thither tonight. Because it's going to be fun. Like, the last game was super whimsical, and this is going to continue to be so as we work our way toward Little Oak and meeting some unicorns. So that should be pretty rad. I hope everybody's doing well tonight, and why don't we go ahead and introduce our players first off the bat, and then do any announcements, and then start game. So let's go ahead and start tonight with Hayden. Let's start with Hayden.
I'm Hayden Daviau. I use they, them pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Nico Freiya, the Kitsadria Archfey Warlock.
Nice. All right, let's pass over to Robin.
Ooh, we're going in a weird order tonight.
Yeah, I'm zigzagging.
All right. Hello everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and I am playing Sarcyra Novis. Our I forgot what Soul said that I was gonna steal. Order of the Clockwork Soul. Soulwork Sorcerer. That was it.
Nice. All right, well, Soulwork, we're going to pass over to Caitlan.
Hello, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Luthienne Aeradel, the High Elf Gunslinger. I'm super excited.
Yeah, and you can actually call it a gunslinger now.
Let's get him.
It's kind of let's shoot.
Shoot.
All right, let's pass over to Christa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christa, and I'm playing Isaac Ronaldi of the Runiglig, the Leonin Mastermind Rogue.
Nice. And then finally, let's pass, unless you got anything else to say. Nope. Let's pass up to Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Gwendolwyne Shafra. You can call her Wayne, though. She is our human monk.
Nice. All right, so any fantastic news that anybody needs to share for the day, just to get it there? No?
My dice shop is back up.
Hey!
You can find me at Guildhall Dice. Guildhall Dice Shop now on
Nice.
On Etsy. I'm back up. Etsy tried to take me down, but I said nay.
nay, Etsy.
Let's see if I can. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Gorgeous stuff that Hayden has made.
My dice commissions are also open, so if you want to hit me up on Twitter at HeyBaleVoice, my dice commissions are open. So
nice.
Now that I'm all settled, so if you want custom-made dice, I got you.
Made by an actual Archfey Warlock. That's worth something.
Yeah,
do you want
crazy.
Witchlight themed dice, guys? Do you want Nico dice, or do you want Isaac, or heckin' Wind dice, or any of them?
If wind dice don't make you win, that would be very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wind dice are this lovely, very way of mercy, black and white.
You can finally show them off.
You've got some radiant, and you've got a little necrotic in there.
Nice. Other good news, I finished the first draft of that book I've been working on forever. So like that's off with my editor. That's done.
Woo!
I finished that at like 1 p.m. today. So that I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good.
That's awesome. I was gonna say my good news is this very, very minimal compared to that. I was just excited. My wig finally came like 5 days later than Canada
did it?
said it was going to. Yeah,
for the mage game.
For the mage game, yeah.
Nice.
So
well, you'll have it. And anybody who wants to get in on a wig order later, I found a bunch of sale wigs, Caitlan, that I want to get on you with for a certain upcoming project, because I need to get a bunch of Rufios. Not that my hair doesn't already do that.
Gotcha.
Rufy. I know, Christa. I'm with you.
Rufio!
Bangarang! And suddenly Skrillex shows up in the chat. All right, so folks, we're going to hop into Wild Beyond the Witchlight in just a sec. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is there anything that I need to remind everybody of before game? Hayden, I believe that Nico has True Sight for the rest of the day?
Yes, I have that written down on her sheet.
Nice. All right, so without further ado, let's hop into Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight, you traveled deeper into Thither and had a number of encounters. Once you came across a campestry mushroom man, person, thing, whatever the campestry is, that was buttering itself for a hungry goblin. You came across an aged centaur, found the tracks of a creature known as a jabberwock. Met an owlbear pulling a chariot named Juniper, the owlbear, not the chariot, and attended a blinkdog funeral. You also found Nib, an old man, banished in self-exile to a cave where he spins trinkets out of gold to atone for his past sins. There, he gave you each a magical item or benefit. In your case, Sarcyra, it is going to be that tattoo. And for those who care about rules, we are stripping away the downside from that so that it's equal to everybody else's. And you achieved that, and then were told that you should make your way to Wayward Pool to meet with a unicorn. However, a powerful enchantment keeps you from reaching the unicorn. There is someone who knows how to get there, a mysterious figure known as Will of the Fey Wild, who you've seen a number of times around Thither, his face on wanted posters. And that is where we left it, with you headed northward, riding and walking next to Juniper and whatever you decided to name the cart. I don't know. A non-binary fungi? Is that what I just saw? Yeah, okay. That's what we're going to go with then. All right, so with that, we are going to head into Wild Beyond the Witchlight. You're walking for quite some time. The sound of the cart rolls next to you. The owlbear is somewhat happy for the company. And she pulls the cart and carries anybody who decides to ride atop her massive shoulders, without a care in the world. Having a bit of purpose seems pleasant to her for a change. And as you continue forward, you start to feel something that you hadn't considered in a while. It starts at first with Isaac. The Leonin's stomach rumbles. Soon, a choir breaks out. Sarcyra, Wen, Nico, and Luthienne, all of your stomachs begin rumbling, for it has been quite some time since you've stopped and had a meal. Do you have food on you? Do you have rations with you? Or... Oh, you do? Okay. Good.
I do, at least.
Were we given some at the traveling pub?
I don't think you asked for any.
No.
I wasn't sure if we got any.
I just had some in my adventurers pack.
Mm. You can also easily just scour the area. There's plenty to eat in the Fey Wild, if you know what to look for. But yeah, if you have some in your belongings, absolutely eat those.
I don't.
I do.
Isaac was walking around what was his home of the carnival. He would not have had any provisions, and then was told to step through a portal.
I think I gave my rations to. Oh, I traded it to the goblin, so I don't have. Sassy doesn't have any food now.
All right. So
if I recall correctly, there's a candy shop coming.
There's a candy shop.
Because that can only go well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do have rations though in my explorer's pack.
Is there anything in the cart or the?
There is not.
Whatever?
There is not. But if you wanted to search around, you're going through the woods. There might be some non-living mushrooms, non-sentient mushrooms, I guess, or something like that. You could look for.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to can. Shot. It's a survival check if you'd like to.
Sure. Not bad.
I'll try.
Oh.
All right. So what do we get? So
13.
13. All right, Sarcyra. So I got
19.
Nico with 13, 19. Luthienne?
I got a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Oh, Isaac.
5.
Nice. Okay.
Isaac finds a sentient mushroom.
A magic mushroom of a different kind.
Yeah, actually, you are going to find, Isaac, a white and gray eldercap mushroom.
Looks great. If everyone else is like picking mushrooms and eating them, he'll be like, yeah, this looks like what they're getting.
Okay. That sounds good. You're just gonna pop it in your mouth?
Sure.
Okay, Isaac. You're just gonna pop the whole thing in your mouth.
He's not the smartest.
Okay. You are nourished for the remainder of the day.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh,
and as
That
you
was surprisingly filling.
can you do me a favor with your voice for the rest of the game?
Yep.
Can you put a little bit of age into it? For as you turn around, Isaac, you are going to be magically transmogrified into an aged version of yourself. Your stats are functioning completely normal, but you're going to be old man Isaac.
Isaac, what happened to you?
Isaac?
What are you talking about?
The
You
journey
look
hasn't been
really
that
old.
strenuous on you, has it?
What?
You have a few more
I'm
grains.
sure I've got
ancient.
I'm sure I've got a little mirror. A little pocket mirror.
He'll grab it.
She prims and prattles a lot.
You're kind of like a silver fox, but like the lion version.
Fabulous. In that case, great.
Oh yeah, you're the pride of the senior center.
Oh,
He's gonna hand back the mirror to and just kind of turn away from everyone, just kind of
Nico?
cross his arms.
We should continue.
Isaac looks absolutely normal to you. You are going to see like a haze of this over his features, but with True Sight, you're going to see right through it. Like, this is obviously an illusion effect, and you're going to just like pierce it with your True Sight. What you're also
Isaac is clearly panicking that this is permanent.
Yeah, she'll pop.
without saying
She'll
anything.
scramble down his shoulder because she was chilling with him. Then she'll pop back into people. Hey, you're fine.
What?
It's an illusion.
Oh, thank God.
You're not actually old. I mean, it kind of works for you, and it shows that you're gonna be good looking till the end, man. But no, you're fine.
Well, I didn't need that scare to tell me that. Thank you.
as you are scrambling down, Nico, you're going to see that there is a 3-leaf clover lying next, actually 2 of them, sticking out of the ground just behind Isaac's boot. You'll know that they're edible and quite filling from your time in the Fey Wild.
Ow.
Okay. As soon as you pluck one, you are going to feel completely full, and that means you have 1 spare. So feel free to give this to anybody you want, or hang on to it. But you can make...
Who hasn't eaten?
Well, Sarcyra's looking around right now, and as Sarcyra is, Sarcyra, on the other side of a bush, you are going to see a wooden plate sitting on the ground. On top of it, 3 gingerbread cookies shaped like elves. In making various faces. One of them's making a winky face, one of them's making an angry face, and the other one's making kind of a, ooh, surprised face. They are, like, completely frosted. They look good.
it's weird that someone left these cookies here, but I'm pretty hungry. Sassy's gonna eat it.
They are fantastic cookies.
Nice.
Yeah, they're great. So Nico, Gwyn and Luthienne have not eaten.
I'll go up to Luthienne. I'll tap her on the shoulder. Hey, these are pretty good. They don't... Just trust me. No,
I trust you.
pass it over to her.
She'll pop it in.
Okay. As you do, there is going to be this tinkle of mint that runs down your tongue and just refreshes you completely for the day, and you are going to feel a little shiver between your eyes. And what is something that you're thinking right now?
Well, the thing that she was thinking about was that she completely trusted Nico, which was strange. Because it's been a while since she's trusted anyone, and she's finally starting to trust everyone she's with right now.
So if you could translate this into words, what is the message that suddenly broadcasts into Nico's brain?
I trust you completely.
Oh. I mean, I trust you too. What?
What?
I mean, I would super trust you too. So when can you do that?
What can I do what?
You just spoke
I didn't
in
say
my brain.
anything.
I know.
What did you give me?
Food.
Okay.
Even food's weird here. If it
Fair
did something
enough.
on to you,
Nico,
I don't know what to tell you.
you'll be able to send a message as well. Both of you for the next 8 hours have telepathy up to 100 feet away between you two.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
And Wynn, are you doing anything?
I think Wynn's just snacking on the rations in her Dungeoneer's pack.
Sounds good. There's even, in the Dungeoneer's pack, there's like a little surprise candy next to it.
Ooh.
And what's your favorite?
Bonus.
What's your favorite flavor out of the ones offered?
What one's offered?
Out of the ones from the random candy assortment.
Cherry.
Cool, it's lime.
Oh. Oh. She will happily eat it afterwards.
All right.
The one person who we've had to tell to not lick things this entire trip.
No kidding.
All right, so do you continue on your trail? Heading northward? All right. As you do, continuing to munch and just talk and spend some time with each other, one moment. Oh, that's too far, Kelly. What are you doing? There we go. As you approach, you continue winding your way through the brush. Suddenly, you round a corner, and a gigantic gnarled oak comes into view. Unlike the other oaks in the forest, this tree looks unhealthy and has golden brown leaves. A thick carpet of dead leaves surrounds it, and 3 rusty sickles lie among them. As you approach, you can see that there is a bleating, I should enunciate, a bleating goat standing next to each of these weapons. 8 tiny houses made from woven twigs are nestled among the boughs of the trees. Squirrels dart nervously around these wee domiciles. What do you do?
Can I?
So the tree looks sick?
The tree looks sick, yeah. These goats turn and look at you and...
Sassy's gonna put her hand to the tree and try and she's gonna cast a lesser restoration to try and heal the tree. It says it can either one disease or one condition. Afflicting it condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay.
Don't know if any of that would affect the tree.
Sounds good. As you do so, you place your hand upon the tree trunk, letting the magic flow out of you and into it. And for a moment, you see one of the branches begin to bloom again with a bit of green leaf. And then it slowly starts to sag again. What is your armor class?
Ooh. 16 right now.
Okay, one of the
'cause
goats is going to try to ram you in the ass. Meh, and it just headbutts the tree and falls over. Meh.
I'm trying to help.
Suddenly, 3 figures appear in the air in front of you. 3 pixies. Don't hurt the goats. Whatever you do, don't hurt the goats. They're jerks. Leave them be.
I wasn't. I was trying to heal your tree.
I know. It was very nice of you. Those aren't goats. Yeah, they're not goats. They're assholes. You shouldn't say that word. What, goat? No.
Okay, well, if they're assholes, why shouldn't we hurt them?
Because they're actually redcaps. We changed them into goats so they'd stop trying to kill us.
Why don't you just kill them if you turn them into goats?
Because then they'll turn back into redcaps.
Why didn't you just kill the redcaps?
What? We can't kill redcaps. What do we look like? Like, I'm a pixie. Yeah, me too. I'm more of a sprite.
I like Pepsi
DM.
myself.
What?
Would I be
He's very peppy.
Would I be familiar with redcaps at all?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana roll.
Arcana, not history?
You can roll history too.
I mean, either one works, but I was just... That's a natural 20, boys! So
All right.
plus my Arcana, that's 23.
Nice. Okay. So, actually, wait. It's in the back of this book. What am I doing? All right. So, nat 20. What you know about redcaps is, for one, they're jerks. Redcaps are homicidal creatures born of bloodlust. Though small, have formidable strength, which they use to hunt and kill without reservation. In the Fey Wild, or whatever plane touches the world at a Fey crossing, a sentient creature. If a sentient creature satiates its intense desire for bloodshed, 1 or more redcaps might appear where the blood of a slain foe soaks the ground. I can't speak today. Sorry, folks. At first, they look like blood-stained mushrooms, pushing caps out of the soil. When moonlight shines on one of these caps, it looks a creature that looks like a wizened and undersized gnome with a hunchbacked and a sinewy frame bursts from the earth. And they basically live to satisfy their blood craving. They must soak their hat in the blood of its victims. When the redcap is born, the hat is soaked with blood, and they have to do this at least once every 3 days. They usually don't operate in groups. Sometimes they do, though. And usually they'll work as bodyguards, but they need to be paid in victims, usually. They are surprisingly strong, vicious, and they're nice little psychotic assassins with giant iron boots that they wear. So they're jerks. They're freaking jerks.
Yeah, these things are nasty.
Were they working for somebody before?
I'm not too sure. They mostly just came trying to, well, be I don't know. I think they were just throwing rocks at us. So we were like, "Hey, screw you! You're a goat now." Yeah, that's what we did.
That's
Being
fair.
a general nuisance. Are they trying to prevent the tree from getting better?
Oh, yeah, grandfather tree's kind of dying.
How can we help it?
Well, I don't think you rightly can, miss. Without the magic of Prismere, it's just kind of drying up. The hag's soaking up everything. I mean, you'd have to be brave enough or dumb enough to take on the hag. Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
We're pretty not smart and pretty brave. If that's our plan.
Oh.
We're already working on it.
Oh, I mean, well, that would do it.
Okay.
If you take out Granny Nightshade, that'll probably be enough to well, help. Just kick her out of Thither. You don't even have to kill her. Just kick her butt out. That's better. Use butt. Don't use ass.
How would we do that?
I used it. What? How would you do what?
How are we to kick someone out of the realm?
I mean,
How do we make sure she stay gone?
I think you just grab her by the coat and throw her out.
And
Kind of
that
like you stay
works?
too long at the pub.
Yeah, but this is like a land. How'd you get it past the border?
Oh, you just need a guide.
So we have to like tie her up and capture and take her with us, and then.
You could just kill her.
I mean, that does seem like the easier option.
Zinnia, that's really rude. You don't just go around killing people. Sorry.
Well, but I mean, if it's her time.
There. And if she's causing the kind of trouble we think she is.
She's been doing a lot of evil deeds.
Perhaps we could just sick the goats on her.
Well, things to think about. What are these sickles for? She'll point down at them.
They use them to kill people.
Oh,
Well,
they're
maybe
red
we
cats.
should take them off her hands.
Yeah.
Off their hands.
Do you pick up one of the
there.
sickles?
Hooves?
Yeah.
All right, let's roll initiative, folks.
Oh no!
I was waiting for you to be like, oh, bitch, it's iron. And I'd be like,
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
no kidding.
one sec. Let me just double check what the sickles
yeah,
are.
check if it's iron. Because if it's iron, I'm fucked.
You know what? I'm gonna say I got some hurt the Morse to chop on.
Oh,
It's
I,
iron.
Do it.
It's iron, baby.
I
All
sure
right.
was ready for a fight.
Okay, everybody, roll me initiative. I've got 3 goats. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
These goats rolled really high on their initiative and then really low on their initiative.
Caitlin and I are rolling
Lower than me?
trash.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah.
trash. Oh, good.
Okay.
I'm down there with you.
Win.
I'm trying my pretty red ones,
Sassy.
and they're not working so well. Maybe they're sad because I haven't used them in, like,
Go.
ever.
Yeah.
Since I got them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Fenrir.
Okay, Isaac. And then red cap 2 and red cap 3. All right. As you pick that up, Nico, one of the goats is going to go "Meow," and is going to try to ram you at max speed. What is your what's your AC?
My AC is 14.
I rolled an exact 14 if you believe it.
Fuck.
Okay, this goat's gonna come right at you. I gotta look up goat stats because they didn't provide them. Okay, that's charge. Move at least 20 feet toward the target and hit. Okay, yeah. So it pounces, it slams the ground with its foot, rushes you, and is going to deal a total of 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it whacks you directly in the side of the hip with its horns. All right, that is Wynn's turn. Then Sassy's on deck.
Alright, well, I mean, this one just whacked Nico. So I'm gonna punch him in the back of the head.
Punch it in the back of the head. All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Ba, 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 ba. 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit is going to be a hit. Roll me the damage for this first before you do anything else. Cool. Good to know.
8 points.
8 points. All right, so you crank your fist into the side of this goat's head, and there's going to be a explosion of fog and smoke as suddenly, in its place, is this cruel, beady-eyed little creature. And your blow is going to carry through, dealing a bit of damage to it. And yeah, that was your first action. What else are you doing?
What do you mean?
Do you have a bonus action or anything else you'd like to use?
Oh, okay. Sure, you said first like I got a second action. I'm like,
You get
have
bonus
two
actions and
actions.
you're a monk, so it's kind of about the same.
not, but only if you spend key points. Which I only have 3.
Oh, fair.
So, no, I don't think anything right now.
Okay. All right, the red cap is going to suddenly back into being and go. Sassy, it's your turn. What do you do? And then Nico's on deck.
Okay, cool. I'm going. So how are they within 5 feet of each other?
The other two are. This one ran forward and butted Nico. The other two are pretty close to each other and are super low on the initiative list. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I am going to cast Witch Bolt at a 1st level, and I am going to spend a sorcery point to make that a twin spell.
Beautiful.
So would that stay, that connection?
Yeah, if you spend twin
spell. Cool.
twin spell. Let me just double check the rules on twin spell. Does Witch Bolt have a concentration?
Let me see. No, it does not. It's just every turn I use my action. Oh, it does say, yeah, concentration. Sorry, it does.
I was gonna say, I used it a bunch as Lysithian, so I remember it
Yeah.
having concentration because you're concentrating on the bolt staying at.
Yeah, and you can do can you do twin spell with concentration?
It just says equal to a spell's level, target a second creature in range, as long as the spell at the levels being cast is incapable of targeting more than one creature.
Yeah, you know what? It just means that concentrations breaks it would just kill both of them.
Both of them. Cool, Bill. Stay up for that. Cool. All right. Sweet. Yeah.
I'm going to rule that concentration is for the spell slot that was used, not for the effect that comes from it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, and is that
That's a roll to attack.
All right. Hit me.
Ooh, yeah, 21. Does that hit?
Well, they're 2 goats, so yes. Yes. They have an AC of 10. So at the moment, go ahead and roll me damage.
Yeah. So that is. So it's just 1d10 for now, and then it's the 1d12 each turn, and then when you upcast, you get the 2d at the like.
All right. So what does this look like? Explain it to me and tell me the damage.
Perfect. So as she's casting, she will kind of swirl her hands, and again, this almost. I think I explained it more like extending gears will kind of look like they're connecting, so kind of almost like bolt out in like these golden kind of gears that attach to it and shock them, and it has this beautiful like golden energy, and that's going to be 7 points of damage to each of the goats.
All right, that is okay. There is going to be a puff of smoke from each of them, and they are going to both transform into red caps.
Oh no.
As the polymorph is ended. So Nico, you do have the sickle in your hand still. The other 2 sickles are lying on the ground, kind of near where the red caps are. And they are eyeing them hungrily, just so that you know. So Sassy, are you doing anything else with any of your other actions? Bonus action?
I was wondering for my move action, is there... It's kind of a clearing around. Is there any cover I could move towards?
You can absolutely run behind the tree.
Cool. I will run behind the tree.
Absolutely. All right, that'll give you 3/4 cover. So long as because you kind of. Do you still have to have eye contact for Witch Bolt, or
I
is
am
it?
reading that.
I don't think you do. I think it just goes wherever
It
like.
says, on the hit, the target takes D damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal lightning damage automatically. The spell ends if you've used your action to do anything else. It has total cover from me.
Okay,
So I have
so
to have total cover.
so 3/4 cover is pretty good.
Cool.
All right, so that's gonna be your turn, Isaac. You are up. What do you do?
I was gonna hog tie some goats, but I guess I'm fighting red caps.
Well, they don't have weapons at the moment.
I'm gonna grab both of the sickles, and daunting roar, so they can make if they're all within 10 feet of me, they can make me a DC 12 check. It is a wisdom save.
Okay, the one that Nico is fighting is going to go and is going to give you the finger, but the other 2 are going to fall on their asses and go.
They are frightened.
They are frightened.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I'm going to attack the one that's on Nico.
Okay.
With the sickle.
Okay.
What's the stats on the sickle?
Stats on the sickle is a regular sickle that does 1d. I believe it's 1d6. It is 2d4 plus your strength.
That's a nat 20.
Oh crap!
So that's 4d4.
Oh yeah, this is definitely iron. This is like a very so. a very, very rigid, notched blade. This is gonna hurt.
So that's 11 plus 3 is 14.
Are you choosing to sneak attack?
Oh, I can sneak attack, can't I?
Because
I never
Nico's
get to
right
sneak
there.
attack.
Yeah,
That means it doubles. Snake eyes, an extra 2 damage.
Well, did you double your...
I did.
Okay.
Because I only get 1d6 right now.
Do you?
Level 3?
Do you?
Oh no,
It
sorry,
should
it's
be-
2d6.
Yeah,
Oh my
I was gonna
god.
say.
Yeah, I was like, it should be more than that.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 plus 5 is plus 7 on top of that.
Okay, so what's the grand total? It was...
11, 14, and 7 is 21.
Oh, 14 and 7 is 21. Okay. I thought you were putting 11 on top of that as well. Okay, sneaking up from behind, you are going to absolutely gut this thing, coming up through its spine and kind of like just raking across its back. It's going to yowl and yelp in pain. And the other 2 red caps are going to like look over at their brethren and go, "On your own, buddy," and are gonna and just like rush into the brush and just they're gonna book it. They don't care. They're just going to run. But Luthienne, before they can do that, it's your turn.
I am, you know what? I'm gonna try to scare them. So, to make sure, like, get this message through their heads so that they don't do this again, kind of thing. And I'm going to shoot at them as they're running away
Okay, that sounds great.
with my gun.
Okay, so you definitely have initiative over them. So
Perfect. I just want to look at one thing here because I'm
It's your
changing
first time using
what I
the gun.
wanted to do. I know, for realsies. Okay. I have it up here already. I just wanted to look one thing up.
Totally.
I just wanted to make sure. Oh my god, where are you? There you are. No, that's not it. Oh, that's the one. And take one additional action on top of your regular action. I want to try to shoot at both of them.
Oh, are you gonna action surge?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Make me 2
Sure
attack rolls
am.
then.
All right. I'm not going to use this one just in case. That one's being mean. I told it it's going to go to dice jail, but you know what? I don't trust
I
it.
believe in it.
I believe in these two.
Pierce the heavens
These
with your gun.
They're so good for me. They are not as good for me, but that's okay. So I got a 23, and I got you know what? I'm gonna use my determination on the other one to make it. Oh, does my determination add? Oh, not too much, but that's okay. I'm gonna make it a 13. Give it a shot.
A 13. You know this thing is turning tail and running. I'm gonna give it to you.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So let me see here.
All right, go ahead and roll me damage.
All right, so the first one is going to be, oh, not great, but that's okay. That's just how tonight's going to go, 10 damage.
Okay.
And then second one is going to be, oh, way better, 15 damage.
Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah, this thing does 1d10.
All right, your gun is going to go off twice.
Yeah.
Are you aiming for anything in particular?
I just kind of like winging them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to just punch into the sides of their frames, and they're
Yeah.
going to limp away as they just sprint out of here, rushing into
Teach
the brush.
them to be little dicks.
All right, now we're at the top of the initiative. The first red cap that has just been stabbed in the back by Isaac with its friend's sickle is going to shriek to high heaven. Give it back, and is going to try to make a tackle on Nico to get its sickle back.
Okay. Question: did we skip my turn?
Did we?
Because I didn't go.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You were just powering up this whole time. My bad, fam.
I was like, you're like after Sassy. I was like, cool.
Oh, jeez.
It's because I jumped to Isaac. Sorry about that. All right, so
No, it's okay, it happens.
So this thing like tries to jump at you, but before it can,
Cool. Because I'm holding iron, I can't pop into fox form. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna firebolt him.
okay. Sounds good. You know, he's at point blank range, just so you know. So you'll
Yeah,
have
so if
disadvantage.
it's range, so what I'm gonna do, I'll have disadvantage. If I move, he's gonna try to thwack me. So I'll still take the disadvantage. Hold on, I'm just pulling up Firebolt because I can't remember
I'm
the
gonna
damage.
cancel
Ow,
that.
Apollo!
I'm gonna cancel your disadvantage.
Oh shit, thanks, ma'am!
Nice.
So it's just like, I couldn't remember the damage die.
It should be 1d10.
Yeah, it's 1d10. I'm like, it's just been a while since I've been a caster.
Firebolt
Ah.
is nice.
Yeah! I don't know if it's going to be a... Oh my god, I know how to math. Does an 11 hit?
It does not. It does not.
That's what I thought. That's why I cantrip.
I'm sorry. You
No,
can...
it's okay. Do I have anything for bonus actions? I don't. So that's Nico. I'm gonna risk the opportunity attack to back up from them. Though.
Sounds good. He's going to take a swing at you with his bare hands. That is going to be an absolute miss. He's going to just completely whiff. What he basically does is like runs his hand through your tail. Mm-hmm. Soft. Hatred.
Chris.
And you are running off with his sickle in your hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna go full 30 feet of movement away.
Okay, I'm gonna see how dumb this guy is real quick. He is so... I rolled a nat 1 on his dumb. So at the beginning of the next round, on his turn, he's going to shriek and say, "Give back!" and is going to charge after you. Isaac, he's leaving your opportunity range. Sorry.
Love it. That sounds great. Can I attack him?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
That's a 1. So no.
Is that a nat 1?
A now 1.
Okay. So you're not gonna punch yourself in the face here, but you're going... How do you try to attack him?
Well, I probably got the one. I'm probably coming around on my offhand with the other sickle.
Okay. So you are going to come by with the sickle. The sickle is coated in blood around the handle, and it's going to just slip out of your hand and skitter across the ground. And the red cap's going to stop about 15 feet toward Nico, pick up the sickle, and go... And then he's going to charge back at you and take a swing at you.
Oh, wonderful.
So, all right, that is going to be a hit. With a 21, if you have anything that can cancel that.
No.
Ah. All right, so that's 3. That's going to be 6 points of slashing damage as he runs forward with a... and, like, slashes you across the arm, old man Isaac. Win, it is your turn. A bit of blood splatters out of Isaac's arm as this red cap charges.
He roars in pain.
Wynn unholsters her kama. And I believe... You know what? I've had enough of this. Screw this bullshit. I'm spending key points for flurry of blows, please.
Okay, give it to me.
And one of them will be Hand of Harm. Alright. Ooh! Hayden. Your dice have come through for me.
Did you
That's a
nat
nat
20,
20.
baby? Hell yeah, baby!
And 2 18s.
Yeah, that'll hit my red cap. All right.
Excellent. Sorry, I just need to double check something.
Absolutely. So do I.
Martial
Actually.
arts die.
Yeah, you're at a D6, I believe. All right.
Okay. So if I'm doing Hand of Harm on the first attack with a crit,
Yeah.
does that dice also reroll?
All dice on a crit reroll.
Okay. That'll be 16 points of damage then.
Okay.
6 of which are necrotic.
Okay. You lay your hand of harm on the red cap, and there is a sudden lurch as the necrotic energy weaves its way into this bloodied red cap's flesh. It throws its head back in pain as the blood from Isaac's wound sprays around, and even then the redcap tries to get its hat in the spray from that nick. It's still technically on its feet. Would you like, you used flurry of blows, would you like to finish the fight?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is going to be 12 for.
All right, how do you want to do this?
So the first one, I kind of imagine it like the hand is wreathed a bit in like dark magical energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like very black, kind of smoky look when she punches it. And then she just follows it up with like another one too.
All right.
Just very casual, just very quick. Almost don't see it so fast.
Do me a favor, roll me a d8.
Let me find a d8. 6.
Okay. You are going to hit this one with your fist. It is going to lurch forward and... Why? I had so much blood to spill. Bummer. And is going to fall on the ground dead. And with that, the fight is over.
And Wynn will just take her mask off and hang it back off her belt.
That was...
Right.
Thank you, the pixies say. Thank you. That was...
Sorry we didn't kill the other two. Hopefully they don't come back and be a bother to you.
I tried to teach them a lesson.
Yeah,
Hopefully they won't come back.
I don't think they'll forget that one. Yeah, I don't think they'll forget it either. Well,
Well,
Thank
you
you
see, sometimes when it's someone's time to go, they just need a little help.
that's fair. Well, thank you very much. Let us repay you. Here. Let's see. Oh.
You
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, these are fresh from the garden. One of the pixies is going to turn around and hand you a bouquet of small, flaky meat pies.
A bouquet.
A bouquet of meat pies, yes. A bouquet of meat
Nice.
pies. They're all growing on, like, sticks.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I want
they're
this
wrapped in, like...
IRL. I want to go to there.
I know, right? They're wrapped in a
Well, that
gingham...
looks delicious.
A gingham tablecloth. Or gingham
Oh
cloth.
my gosh. We should do a Fey Wild cookbook.
Yes.
Oh, ho, ho.
Yep.
Can we have a hot sauce called Mild Beyond the Witchlight?
Yes.
I mean, there's
Amazing.
already the Hero Space cookbook, and just be branching off of that ish.
Yeah. And then you could
I
have
do
fire
love that
beyond
cookbook.
Ooh,
Fire
yeah.
Beyond the Witchlight. For like a spicier one.
Exactly.
Wild Beyond the Cooklight. Or the Candlelight.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So, they are going to present you with these meat pies. For the trail. Is there anything else that we can offer you? Information for your travels?
are we on the right road to Little Oak?
Yes, and just head that way. It's Grandfather Tree is related to Little Oak, but Little Oak is well, I mean, I think they're distant cousins, but Little Oak is just north of here. If you pass a fairy circle, don't go into that one. I mean, do what you like.
That.
Oh, all right. And if you find any more redcaps, be careful, please. You were quite powerful and very vicious at administering justice to them, but Granny Nightshade has been growing them like crazy.
Oh, they're coming from her.
She grows them in the garden, I believe. It's over her lair. This giant fallen tree that spans a ravine. It's about a day's travel that way. No, it's about 20 minutes travel. Actually, it's more like a week. No, it's about...
Good.
No, it's anyway, it's over that way to the west. More like southwest. Shut up. Yeah, it's more like northwest. Shut up.
We're gonna go to
Oh, good.
Little Tree, I think, first.
Yes,
Little
we're
Oak.
going to find Will.
Oh. Good luck. And they're all gonna vanish.
What
Oh,
that
yes,
was cheery.
let us help you with information, but we're going to disappear when actually things are important. He's going to start walking off. Back
Yeah,
to
you
the
tell him.
owlbear. Yeah, we'll tell him we're whippersnappers.
Isaac, are you actually aged? Because you're definitely acting more old.
Can't all be young and youthful and snap telling it.
He's just gonna mutter as he climbs back onto the
Isaac, you're such a
owlbear.
cat. You look so good though, Isaac. Like, you look great.
You did age well in those 2 seconds.
Yeah, I've got good genetics. So, must be good. My grandfather, he of course had color in his hair, and it stayed until his late 60s.
You know, I don't actually
Keep
know
rambling.
how you age. Come to
Nico
think
is
of it.
just looking at him. She's like, I'm not gonna say anything to anyone. I'm just gonna let this play out. He's clearly having fun. She's just not saying anything. Blank face, like,
Wow, this vain lion took this aging very quickly, everyone else thinks.
Right?
gracefully,
I know.
yeah.
It's kind of like, I think Sassy's worried he's had like some kind of emotional, like something snapped in his mind. So she's like, okay, we have to be very careful with Isaac because something's obviously going on
A
there.
little fragile right now.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I had to walk uphill both ways.
Yes, your day was, 2
It was-
2
it was
hours
hard.
ago.
It was
Not
hard,
even,
Isaac.
not
It was
even.
very hard.
Is-
There's a lot of wisdom in my short years. It makes me feel older than I am, really. You did this to me, Kelly. You don't.
You continue north, winding your way along the stream that cuts through Thither. As you do, you do in fact pass a large fairy circle. It's right at the point that the river bends and forks, heading to the west and then to the northeast. You were told that to reach Little Oak, northeast would be the way to go. And so, you continue onward, winding your way across it. A couple of hours pass as you make your way ever northward. It's a quiet, enjoyable walk. Anybody who wants to spend any time taking a quick short rest on the way can do so to heal some hit dice, or hit points. But
I think Sassy's gonna be trying to make friends with Juniper.
okay, make me an animal handling roll.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna
Juniper's
use my
pretty big,
inspiration.
I'm sorry?
Right? Juniper's pretty big, right?
Juniper is an owl bear, so basically a bear with the head of an owl, grizzly-sized.
I think like Wynn has spent most of her time just riding Juniper,
Okay.
just like the lump.
Yeah, that sounds.
So she's gonna short rest up there and kind of just meditate, balancing on the owlbear.
Yeah, you can
to
bounce on
regain
an
her
owl
key
there.
points.
I'll allow it. Okay, and Sassy, what'd you get on your roll?
So I spent my inspiration because I rolled a 5 for the first one. And I'm also gonna use my determination to make that a 14.
The owl bear is quite fond of you. Yes. Especially if you give her some of your rations.
I will ask Isaac for a meat pie to give to give
He'll pick a nice big juicy one off of its stem and hand it to you.
and she'll give that to Juniper.
Juniper will start nuzzling your arm after being fed a meat pie. I will say that specifically, this crust is flaky and delicious, and has been looks like it had been brushed with butter recently before being struck into an oven. I want to live in a place where these grow on trees.
Right?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't want to think about
No.
the bugs that would be inside of them at that point, but I want to, yeah. Assuming that it's a closed ecosystem, I want it. And as you are doing this, it's going to kind of... and just kind of nuzzle into your arm, almost knocking you over. In fact, make me a strength check.
Okay. That's not great for me. 12.
Yeah, you're gonna get knocked over and then pinned to the ground by an owlbear who continues to like nuzzle and sniff around in your belongings for more meat pie.
Sorry. I don't... It tickles.
Or whatever an owlbear sounds like. Is it a who? Why? And as it is doing that, anyone here who has a passive perception of 18 or higher? Really? Okay, so nothing here.
God, no.
Okay. All right, so
I don't think that's possible for us
PP of 18?
at this level. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not until
Not-
I hit the level it gives me +4 for proficiency bonus.
Yeah, because we could only have a +5 in our proficiencies.
Oh, that's true. So
Anyway,
it'd be
doesn't
17
really
higher.
matter.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's clever. That's good. All right.
Math.
After a little bit of time wrestling with Juniper, you are going to be able to continue northward, just kind of playing and walking as you go. And as you do, you make it about another half mile, and then start to realize that aside from the breeze and the trees, the sound of animals and bird song has faded off significantly.
Probably looking around, kind of suspicious.
Everyone else hear that?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Anybody who wants to can make me a perception check.
All right, let's try this.
This perception.
Good lord.
No.
16.
Oh my god, I changed my dice too.
Twins.
This is supposed to be so good.
Plus perception. That's gonna be 23.
23?
16.
Still
On a
an
nat
11.
20.
Nice. Okay. So, Nico, you're going to definitely be able to hear some birds off to the west, just a tiny bit. A clearing over just past those trees. As well as some of the forest animals there. The rest of you are going to kind of get a sense that like they're all focused over there, but Nico, you'll know exactly where they are.
I'm gonna point exactly the direction that I can hear them from. They're over there. If we go this direction and we follow this path, we can make it there.
Let's go then. Hold up.
And Nico, as you are listening and hearing the sound of those animals, you're also going to hear a voice. A deep, resonant voice. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a young prince who was very greedy and a little bit unkind. Kind of echoes on the wind over to you specifically, Nico. The rest of you will just hear that kind of low murmur of a voice heading over the breeze. Do you head that direction or do you continue north?
I was directing everybody in that direction. Sounds like somebody's talking over there. Telling a story or something.
Oh.
Well, I love stories.
Do we wanna go?
Yeah, I'd say we could go check it out.
We might have more information.
I will say we're going off a path and Fey again. This is if you all want to do it, I'm with you. But I just want to warn everybody.
It is a path, though. I'm sure we could get back on the path.
Okay.
They
Skeptical
might
look
know
around.
where this Will guy is.
You make your way over to the east, heading toward that clearing. And as you do, the story continues. You're missing bits and pieces of it. And so then it was that the prince made a deal with a strange man. This beggar man that the prince dealt with had hands like any normal man, but reversed, facing the opposite direction. The prince thought this to be quite a gas, and tricked the man, asking for all of his worldly possessions. In return, the beggar asked simply for a bit of the prince's time. And so it was then that the prince gained all of the worldly possessions of the beggar. His clothes, his hull, and this crude gem that he had acquired. But the prince himself was betrayed, for soon enough 'twas revealed that this man was no beggar, no lucky vagrant finding treasure on the street, but was a Rakshasa, a cruel demon with the visage of a tiger. And he took the prince's time and gave none of it back at all. What did you think? Was that an alright one? I thought that was pretty good. And as you are seeing this, you're going to step over, and I want you all to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, saving throw.
Should be okay with... Be
Use my inspiration. Oh, wow.
That one.
That one.
22.
You can use your
26.
Oh,
you
that's
can use your
better.
inspiration if you want to, but
Yeah, I do want to.
okay, go ahead.
It's still a 14.
Still a 14? Okay. I'm going to say real quick that Sassy, you are going to gain the frightened condition as you step over the rise and through the brush, and all of you are going to take a look at a spider the size of a tavern that is sitting in a clearing, its legs as large as the largest trees of this forest, bent and bowed. In its front claws, it is holding a large storybook and reading to about 20 or 30 forest animals.
Wynn's gonna very gently and carefully, to not startle anybody, go out and sit with the forest animals. And listen
Sassy.
to
I'll
a
go with
story.
her.
Turning tail and running the other way.
Oh, well, there she goes.
I rolled a 9 on my wisdom save.
You're
Wynn's gonna sit very
I'm gonna say you're a little
crisscross
spooked.
applesauce.
You're a little spooked. You're not gonna have to run away, but you're gonna be like, it's a big spider.
He's gonna slowly. I should probably check on Sarcyra. Yeah, I'll be back, and just follow her.
I'm pretty sure Luthienne's thing was giant spiders in particular. So she's gonna put her hand to her gun and just kind of stand her ground and just like stay there.
Nice.
Not get any closer.
Nice. All right, so kind of just waiting and watching, and I'm just going to send this to y'all so you can see what I'm talking about specifically. There you go.
Okay.
So that is what you see in front of you, an immense spider so large that mushrooms are growing up its frame.
Hell yeah.
No,
That's
a no.
amazing.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm like Sassy, honestly. I'm happy. The Sassy got frightened condition because Robin's also a little frightened conditioned over here.
Yes. All right. Does anyone have a story they'd like to hear, or anyone that they know? Hoppy? Esmeralda? Giovanni? A fox that is sitting there scratches its ear. Billy, how about you? A badger looks bashful. Does anyone have a new story, or should I continue out of the book? Ah, a new guest. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Quite well. Oh, you are new here, are you not?
I'm Gwendolwyne Shafra, but you can call me Wynn.
Gwendolwyne Shafra. I'm Yarn Spinner.
It's lovely to meet you.
It is quite nice to
You're
meet
ever so
you
good
as
of a
well.
storyteller.
Oh, well, thank you very much. My little... he's gonna, like, kind of raise one of his small forelegs and just kind of, like, touch his... what would be his cheek? Sorry, I'm quite bashful about it.
Do you
thank
have
for
any more?
Oh, yes, of course.
She just starts kind of bouncing, sitting cross-legged. It's kind of interesting to see how she manages to bounce in that position.
Nico will come over and plop down right beside Wynn and just kind of like curl her tail into her lap, just like comfy.
Wynn's gonna walk down and say, "Do you want squitches?"
No, she's people. She's a people.
Okay, she's people. Okay.
But she always
I think Wynn saw the tail at first and then realized, oh, never mind. Unless you still want squitches.
I'm good.
Perhaps a sad story.
Alright.
Once upon a time, long ago, in the realm of Prismere, there was a love like no other. Meanwhile, as he's telling the story, Sassy, you can go ahead and gain control of yourself enough to kind of hang around on the periphery. Isaac is going to catch up to you as you're kind of like hustling through the undergrowth. And can you do me a favor, roll me a d8, please, Sassy?
7.
A 7. Okay, cool. As you are rushing through the undergrowth, kind of crashing around, just trying to get the hell away from there, you are going to hear a nearby raven. Starts mimicking the sound of a baby crying. Big baby. Big baby.
Sassy's gonna go towards the raven.
Isaac's gonna like put a hand on her shoulder and stop her.
Never mind.
Do we really want to be going over to birds pretending to be babies? Does that sound safe to you, Sarcyra?
Yeah, thinking about that probably.
Probably best.
Yeah.
With
That
that,
thing is scary.
Yes, I'm perfectly happy to not be over there.
you can make your way back to the periphery of this. A love like no other had ever been. There were 2 unicorns. Lamorna and her love. Whose name I've lost. Give me 1 second, sorry. Lamorna and Aeradel. The most beautiful, majestic unicorns in all of Prismere. They would spend their days frolicking, running, enjoying the fruits of the land, and doing good to all around them. But that all changed one day, when the domain of Prismere was usurped by 3 wicked hags. One of the hags led a charge against the unicorns. They stole Aeradel, stole his horn, and used it to seal the fate of Prismere. Aeradel was never seen again. And in cruel mockery, Lamorna sometimes sees one of the hags that has taken residence over her home fly through the air at night, riding a hand-carved mockery, a rocking horse, across the darkened sky. Some of the animals are like kind of crying at this and like curling up against each other. That was, it was a bit of a sad one. Does anyone else have a story they'd like to tell? New ones? You with the hat. Kitsadria. You're renowned storytellers. Do you have one?
Not really. That one you told was very interesting, though. More like history than a fairy tale, if anything.
Well, I suppose inside of Prismia they kind of blur the lines. All right. Well, I can tell another story that's a bit more fanciful, if you'd like. Let's see.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I was just noting.
Well, what kind of story would you like to hear?
You know the story of the getaway gang?
The story of the Getaway Gang. Let me see if I have that one here. Yes, it's right here. Beware, beware of Will of the Fey Wild, a mischievous boy who is not what he seems, and seems to be something far greater. He is an obstinate boy who will do not what you ask, but if you tell him he can't, he will. He is the leader of a humdrum crew of escaped children. And he has great plans, for he wishes to free all of the children of Prismia, starting with Granny Nightshade. And those that she keeps locked under key, he will acquire, he will set free, he will, because he must. He must, because he's Will. You can find him in the branches of oak, little oak, a treant, a one who, shan't be broke, and it is there that you will find an unusual ally. For Will is one where there is more than meets the eye.
Thank you for that story.
You're very welcome.
He's still kind of standing a little bit behind a tree.
Nico will just kind of like look between her friends, like hearing all of this, and like, so like kind of raising her eyebrows, trying to be like, this is the information we needed.
Any other stories you'd like to hear?
You know the story of the Witchlight Carnival? Sassy again is at the very edge of the clearing, and timidly puts her hand up.
The story of the Witchlight Carnival. Yes. Once, a long time ago, two carnivals met. It was a strange event. Let's see. Yes. The names have been changed to protect the guilty. But you may know their names now. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light were two elves of the Shadow Kai, from the Shadowfell, whose days were full of gloom, doom, and grayness. They traveled in and across the lands with a carnival that's mood was quite heinous. And it was on one night that they crossed paths with another. A carnival full of delight. And the owner sat down, consumed very much wine. It was an unruly sight. And the owners began to bicker, to argue, to wager at which carnival was the best. And so it was the one named Light came up with an interesting test. They would trade, tit for tat, one carnival for the other. They would go their separate ways and spend all their days running the carnival of its brother. Now, Isolde, the Eladrin who ran the carnival that would eventually belong to Witch and Light, has not been seen except in the dreams of those who, well, seek out some fright. And I hear that Light and Witch are dreading the day when their paths will unite once again. For to pick up their lives where they had once traded would be a loss, even if it were judged a win. For the thing about joy that you may not believe is it works its way into your heart. And happiness blooms and blossoms and flourishes there right from the start. And should the carnival leave the hands of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, their hearts would break and the grayness would take, and that would be anything but bright. But still there is time, and still there is hope, buried inside of their hearts. For there is still time to enjoy their lives. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. There's another passage here, one that I should not say. But you have been such a wonderful audience, I dare not delay. When the hags entered Prismia and defeated Zybilna and locked her away in her castle, they made a deal, and it was quite a steal. Entered Witch and Light into vassals, and from the carnival they operate, allowing the taking of those who would trespass and play. For without a ticket, there is no protection for those who would go astray. And hate as they might, and try as they would, they cannot overcome this pact unless a third party were to be smart and hardy and be a surprising third act. And that is all I have at the moment, but hopefully that is useful to you, since I believe you are enjoying these stories quite a bit.
That was very good. Thank you.
Very informative. And entertaining.
Well, if you have anything else that you would like to hear or do, please let me know. And you're trying to reach Will. Will of the Fey Wild is on the other side of the river. It's quite thick here, quite wide. Tell you what, if you tell me a story, I'll help you get across. A nice, fair exchange.
Okay. I guess that's kind of what my people do, huh? She'll kind of step up and just brush off her tail. Once upon a time, there were 2 young Kitsadria. One more mischievous and excitable, while the other more studious, more careful. They strayed far from home, exploring the woods and doing what our kind do best, getting into trouble. They stepped within a fairy circle and said the words, the forbidden words that they were warned to never speak. And with a pop, they were gone, thrown into a world of fun and laughter. But soon hereafter, there was only one.
That's very tragic. Did
Well, sometimes life's like that.
Did they ever find each other again?
I don't know. I never learned the end of the story.
Well, here's hoping that they did. If you wouldn't mind, I would be happy to repeat that. There are so few shared stories of the Kitsadria.
Sure. Consider it a cautionary tale.
Oh, cautionary tales. Aren't all fairy tales just cautionary tales in the end?
That's true. And some are guidance.
Speaking of, I should guide you. I'm guessing that your friends aren't interested in a ride. So allow me to do something a bit better. And with a great kind of like a dad noise, he's gonna his spider's gonna like lift up, tuck his book aside for a moment, turn very gingerly. His legs are coming down like tree trunks as he makes his way back toward where you came from, making much better time than you are. Each one of his steps is about 30 feet. He's and as he heads over, you're going to hear the sound of rushing water as the river comes into view if you're following him. Approaching it, he's going to look around, poke a couple of the trees to see which ones are not living in the sentient sense. Let's see. This one should do. And just a casual effort. This immense tree will fall over this 40-foot expanse of river. Let's see. And then to make it a bit more easy to navigate, he's going to kind of squat down, and one of his arms is going to lash out. And with one of his front claws, he's going to just kind of shave the top foot of wood off of it, creating a flat surface, like his arm's a lathe. And he's going to look at it for a moment. Yes, need something else. Oh, yes. And he is going to very quickly, dexterously knit 2 rope railings out of spider web. That should do it. Excellent.
Amazing.
Well, I'm starting to get kind of sleepy. Please, a fair exchange for your tragic tale. I hope you find him.
Who said it's me? Kitsadria talk.
Well, Then I hope they find each other.
Me too.
If we ever see you again, we'll hope to tell you the story of the party known as Tastiel and how they saved Prismere.
I look forward to it. If you manage such a thing, I shall make sure that you read my book, along with such great parties as the Golden Standard. You should be maybe blessed in your endeavors. You're up against quite some feats, and, well, underdog stories are the best ones. Take care. And with that, he's going to return to the clearing to go tell stories to the animals some more. Because that is literally all he likes to do.
Sassy's still gonna, like, shiver as he leaves, being like,
Isaac's gonna go over to, I can't remember names tonight, Nico, and just kind of like, how tall is Nico again? She's pretty short, right?
He's like 5'7".
Okay, so pretty
She's
big.
Not that short.
Yeah, well, compared to 7 foot.
Yeah.
Short. Gonna walk over and kind of like put that kind of like dad arm around and just kind of walk back to the cart.
I like lean against him. Hi.
Or could we? Is this thing big enough to take the cart across with Juniper?
Yeah, this is a
Nice.
big tree. This is basically like a
Amazing.
sequoia that got knocked over.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can easily cross it. It's sturdy. The owlbear's just gonna go and
Instant bridge.
you make your way across the water. And before too long, actually, you'll find yourselves approaching a large tree. Now, this tree is different than all of the others around it. For one, it's, well, taller. But also, it is adorned with some strange accoutrements. As you approach, you will see that up ahead, a small group of children frolic around this tremendous leafy oak tree, their gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. Painted swings dangle from the tree's branches, and nestled in its crown is a ramshackle treehouse. It looks like the tree is sentient, but it's just kind of chilling, hanging out, kind of napping. In fact, the tree is waving slightly in a non-existent breeze, and you think you can hear a very low So you're probably about 50 feet away from this in a clearing. What do? Do you making a decent amount of noise as you come through with the cart, you think?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think we're thinking to be quiet. I don't think it can be if we wanted it to.
yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily like announcing presence, but also making a point to not be sneaking.
Yeah,
I think
not
Wynn's
wanting
just
to
kind
surprise.
of starfishing on top of Juniper.
All right. You're going to see these children playing and swinging along there. One of them is a short male dwarf, about the age of the first whiskers are showing up on his chubby chin.
Like 6.
like 6D, like 6D, right? He's basically Bobby Hill. All right. A ginger-haired female wood elf plays among the branches as well, and so does a young, squat, actually quite broad-shouldered female orc. They all kind of look at you and start ringing brass cowbells and shouting up, "Hoop, hoop, 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 hoop!" And then up at the top, you were going to see, silhouetted by the sunlight, up at the top, a spindly young boy. Broad hair that kind of stretches out like a bush from his head. He grabs the side of a rope and swings down nearly 30 feet from the top of this oak tree down to one of the lower branches, hitting it hard with bare feet, and looks down at you. Stand down or face merry hell!
Wynn will kind of wave and just. I can't. How do you stand down? I'm lying down.
We're not here to fight you.
What?
Damn straight you're not, because you'd lose. Nobody beats Will of the Fey Wild.
Yeah, that we came to find you because we want tips on dealing with what's her face, the head.
No, we don't want tips on dealing with Granny Nightshade. We don't want your help at all.
We don't
Don't
need
help
your
us.
help.
Don't help us.
Wayne's just going
You
back to eating
are-
candy then.
Mighty different than I expected you to look.
What do you mean by that? And I think that's probably a good place for us to cut to our break. So, folks, we'll be right back in a moment as Nico takes a nice look up at him. And, all right, so, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to go on a break. We'll be back in about 5 minutorinos. Minutos. Minute-doos. Minute rice. All right, I don't know. I need to eat something. Let's go take a quick break. Hey folks, we're back. Welcome. This is the part of the program where we briefly talk to the chat. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Ugh, how y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Back of my wig.
Oh.
Stuck in my hair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
In my hair.
Folks, we are at hey Slashing Beast, good to see you. We are at 2,908 followers. So my birthday is on Saturday, and if we can get to 3,000 followers by then, I'll be super happy. Because last birthday I was trying to hit 1,000 followers, and now we're almost at 3. So this would be a nice treat. So go tell all
your friends, tell your family.
Tell your
them
friends,
to
tell your
follow.
family. Make dummy accounts. Don't actually do that. That's against terms of services. I'm just kidding, Twitch.
Now be careful. There's sometimes been a Twitch staff person watching us.
No, I'm just kidding. And if you're on YouTube,
Don't
sub.
see any staff tonight.
Sub Twitch or sub YouTube. Checking right now. Woot. So
No
it's pretty
staff in the thing right now.
good.
Or at least they tell you their staff accounts.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah. So fun things that are happening in the near future. Let's see. So, folks, tonight's Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we are not having a game next Monday because everyone here is taking it off for Valentine's Day for live. I'll give an announcement at the end of game 2. But for live.
I fundamentally disagree with Valentine's Day, but I support your guys' love of it.
It's just like, I'm not
that's
like
fair.
I'm like it's the day, but I'm like it's also I'm like I've been away from my hubby for a year and a bit, so I am like, hey, taking advantage. We're gonna order our dumb heart-shaped pizza because a few years back when I first moved into our place in Texas, he ordered the heart-shaped pizza from fucking Pizza Hut, so that's been like our tradition ever since.
God, that's how, yeah.
So I'm like, we
cute.
do that. We're gonna like do a puzzle and shit like that. So I'm like, nope. He gets my attention on Monday.
I mean, basically, like it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day, right? It's just it's just a day. It's an excuse, and we're not gonna like go out or do anything expensive. It's mostly gonna be.
It's an excuse to spend time with your person.
When does the new
really.
Vox Machina come out?
Every
The
Friday.
11th.
Friday.
I like that Caitlan is totally on board
sorry.
now.
Was that real fast?
That
might
was
have been
real
fast.
fast.
Maybe that was real on top of that.
It's every Friday.
When we watched that last episode, though, we were like, yes, I understand now.
Caitlan sent me a message that was like, oh, you shouldn't have made me watch Vox Machina.
Oh, no, it was a mistake.
I was like, why?
Why?
And she's like, oh, because, like, you know which character I'm obsessed with now. And I'm like, Frog? Scanlan? Vex? Vax?
You guess like everybody.
I guess everyone. And then, because I always forget that Percy exists.
No mercy, Percy.
Dude, I love Percy so much. He's my favorite.
gosh.
Next to Vax, he's my favorite. But also
he's so
Keyleth.
good.
I love them all. Love them all so much.
Except for Pike. Pike's kind of iffy
No,
at this
I
point.
love her too. Pike is my fucking angel, and I'll kill anybody. I'll kill people for
I
her.
like Pike.
I just
He's
don't
very
quite
good.
understand what's been going on with her.
I
mean,
do because I watched the campaign.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
This is the era where, like, her whole leaving.
Yeah.
I know what's going on with the god and stuff like that
right.
because that's touched on in the campaign. But they're writing in the era when Ashley had to leave.
Oh, I thought
and
so. I had a
work on-
feeling.
That's
Yeah.
when she was like working on a show.
Yeah, she was in New York
So she
filming
had to leave. Yeah, she was recording-
Criminal Butts
Yeah.
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
I just didn't get it at first because I was like, well, she doesn't.
yes,
this is
yes.
actually something to work on. So she doesn't. She's not gone for work. Why?
Yeah, but they're well, because like the confusing part was that when they first announced the show, I thought it was like new stuff, and I think like the Blue Dragon thing was never on camera. Like that was
No,
something-
that was all at the table.
yeah, that was something that they wanted to do when they did the Kickstarter, and then they got enough money to make it like a full run. So then they
Yeah.
just jumped into the Whitestone arc. I was like,
Yeah.
oh sure, because I stopped listening to campaign 1 right at the end of the Trial of the Take. So like literally 2 episodes before this arc is when I was like, I got really busy, when I was working on my own podcast.
I stopped listening right after, like right before the dinner with the Briarwoods.
Okay.
And I'm like, I mean, I might go listen, but I'm like, I should really like listen to campaign 3 while I'm like, or like continue listening to heckin' Exandria Unlimited, which I've been enjoying because I'm like, I'll be paying.
Have you started campaign 3?
No, I haven't yet. My boy Aaron keeps being like, bruh, you're gonna love it. And I'm like, I know. But I'm busy.
Yeah.
But I'm full-blown dice business time now, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I have time.
So
Yeah, good listen while you're doing. I need to
Yeah.
do something while I'm listening. I'm like, I'll do dishes. Maybe
I'm
I'll clean up
listening
this flippin' room, and then
Vox
I'll listen
Machina
at the
while
same
I
time.
work. It's great.
Oh, that would be so good. Maybe I
Moving
could do it while I'm
beer,
charting.
Washing tanks. It's great.
well, that's
Listen
how
to all
Robin.
of campaign 2.
Yeah, Robin gets through a million podcasts.
Because I have
That's
8
fair.
hours a
I used to
day.
do that when I was like, when you're just doing busy work, you're like, what else am I gonna do?
Right? I get through 8 hours worth of podcasts. Like I listen to all of Dungeons and Daddies in like a month and a bit. I listened to the first 2 arcs. I'm working through the 3rd arc of the Dimension 20, the 3rd seat. Like after that, I'm listening to it, Christa. I'm listening. Where they had
Dimension 20 is
fucking
superior. I don't care what anyone says. Every single critter in the goddamn world can fight me. Dimension 20 is better.
I really enjoy Dimension 20. I love that I didn't even, because they don't really introduce their characters on the podcast, so I was goddamn surprised when I heard Matt fucking Mercer in the demon arc.
that
I
was
was like,
so good. The villains
what?
arc. Oh my god.
what is that Matt Mercer? Oh shit,
Uh-huh.
cool.
Just think of what we could do if we had that like a fifth of their budget,
Right?
right?
Dimension 20 is great though. I love listening to that too. So I go through a lot of D&D podcasts, and that's a nice thing. It's
You
just
got to
like
listen to the podcast that I send you. Like I said, I'm trying to get you on like the narrative podcasts.
I'm working through that. I just have to be in a mindset for that too, because like sometimes with D&D you can unfocus from it for a bit to focus on
Yeah,
the
that's
task.
true. I
when
don't pay
have
attention during the
narrative
combat at
stuff.
all, unless there's something cool that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Like you're just
Yeah,
like, all right,
exactly.
are they winning? All right, cool. And then it's like, oh, I would like to rage. I'm like, I'm in, I'm back. What I miss?
But yeah, that's the thing is a couple of the narrative podcasts I've listened to, but then I've just had to like go back and re-listen to a section because I'm like, I just totally didn't understand what's going on because I got focused by my job at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, I just can't listen to any of them at all because my job requires way too much focus
Yeah.
on what I'm doing, and I can't split my attention that way. So I miss the majority of a podcast. So the only time I can do it is when I'm walking the dog or something. And most of them are just too long. Because if you cut them when you stop walking, sometimes I don't go back to them for a couple of weeks, and then I've forgotten what I've listened to already.
Yeah.
That's fair.
ADHD hyperfocus is helpful that way.
That's part of why I right. That's why like it's not even really a plug, but why I like that for 919 we do highlights. Like it's myself, Stewie, and Eric. We do highlights of episodes, so we cut like a 4.5 hour session down to like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, so people can enjoy the story without like
nice.
the extra fluff. I'm like, so stuff like that. I'm like,
because like
especially if you want to catch up.
What I've heard of NADPOD sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah,
NADPOD's really good.
Like Kelly
friend
listens to
Brett
it when he
is
does
super into
dishes,
it.
and I hear it sometimes in the other room, and I'm listening to it. Like I get distracted from what I'm reading or something.
It's okay.
But then I never find out what happens
A
You're just gonna
lot.
listen on 2
because I
times
never
speed.
hear the rest of it.
Oh,
I've heard bits and pieces all over the place.
I can't do listening at 2 times speed.
I can't either.
Like
I know a lot of
I
people
know
can,
somebody
like, I
ended up
can't.
on top of a train, half falling off at some point.
Oh yeah,
or
that was a
tram
while
or something.
ago. Yeah, they were in a mountain. It was a thing. Then they fought a
That's
mithril
it,
dragon.
though.
It was fine. It's fine. And then they got high with mushrooms. Oh, Christa, I'm just at the part where, no spoilers, the internal civil war.
Where are they?
They are in Galadriel. Galadriel? No, Galadriel.
Galateron?
Galateron. They're in Galateron. Everything is out in the open, and they have just helped the Glee team not get in trouble. I don't want to.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
vague idea of where you're at then.
Yeah. So, I
You
don't
met
wanna,
Tonathan.
I think so.
Tonathan is the one that came out of Esri, and he had a little. It was the original scoop when they scooped him
Oh yeah.
because he was on a go kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan Yaffe, who is top notch.
Yeah, that character was a lot of fun. He just kind of hung out with the Goliaths. Yeah. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all doing well?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Ready to
My
go.
cat is a smuggly boy tonight.
Nice. All right. So, I think we're gonna hop back in a game in just a sec, and then I think we're gonna finish up with the will of the I almost said will of the Witchlight, will of the Fey Wild bit, and then probably leave it there so that y'all can, well,
We'll see.
we'll see how far we go. We'll see how far we get, and hopefully I will wake up because my brain is going brrr tonight. I don't know why.
I also will
those
say
nights.
I will not be upset if we end a little bit early because I have to get out to work and then take a vehicle to get serviced at like 7:30 in the
Yeah.
morning. So
Jeez.
I have a morning meeting and then sessions all day. So
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. And I'm theoretically streaming a video game midday tomorrow if I can get it to work because money.
Work be busy tomorrow.
Yeah, brain go brrr. All right, everybody stretch.
My
Oh.
brain cannot go burr tomorrow. I do not have
Oh.
time.
Oh God, it's tense. I don't like it.
I hate
Pop
when
that
you
back.
accidentally spill. I'm now knowing the struggle of Luthienne because I accidentally overdrank and I'm like
oh yeah.
trying to
I
dab
can't
away
see it.
pop. I know, but I'm looking at my Kleenex. I'm like, ooh, there's purple there.
Ow, Apollo, you dickhole.
All right.
Sometimes he likes to bite my legs.
Amplica.
butthole.
And is it Amplica or Amplica? Whatever. Have a great night. You'll see Will on YouTube. Have a good one, okay? All right, Lil Aqua Girl, Random Equinox, Soul Omen, Trizelta, all y'all who are in the chat right now, thank you for being here, as well as everybody who followed us tonight. I'd love. Oh, we got 2 more followers while I was looking away. We only need 90 more followers to hit my goal for the year. So, and the goal for the year that I stated as of 5 minutes ago, or something like that. So, do it. Follow right now if you're not following, and join. I mean, if you're doing what I ask you to, go get vaccinated and work at a soup kitchen for a little while. Help people out.
There you go.
Yeah, and use your blinker.
Oh my God! Use your fucking
Yes,
blinker.
use your fucking blinker.
God damn it.
And if you have any random, extra
Equinoxes.
money you want to throw at us too, to keep the lights on.
What?
We have Patreon too.
Maybe get the
know?
internet fixed. Okay.
Maybe get
There
the
you go.
internet
Yeah.
fixed.
Get the internet
Yeah,
fixed.
support
All right.
I don't think
internet
that
fix.
possible.
All right. Ooh, what did you just send me, Hayden?
Just trust me.
Okay. Should I click on it now or later?
Dude, either it's a fox.
Is this a virus?
No.
Okay, the best part about that is the fact that we keep joking about the fact that Nico
It's
looks
just
like a goat and that fox sounds like
Sounds
a goat.
like a goat.
That was very good.
Baby cat. Hi, you're so needy tonight. My God.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Saul, for all those subs.
What? I just
Oh,
looked
wow.
away and there were a bunch of subs. What happened?
Oh, thank you, Saul.
Well, thank you very much, Saul.
Apollo, if you bite my toes, I'll eat you.
Saul, thank you very
I'll
much.
cook
That's what I tell my cat. Gonna make you into fucking meatballs.
I will
keep
put
Get out of
you
here.
into the
telling,
air fryer,
Kat.
Apollo.
You're the world's loudest violin right there. Have nice
Yeah.
skin you.
We tell Kat to cook Vincent into stew.
That rabbit literally eats everything she owns. Like
It's so true.
everything. And I'm like, your rabbit's a jerk. Like, is a straight up jerk.
Rabbits are little shits. Rabbits are just the fucking worst. No one
when-
should own them.
When
I mean, to
Okay.
be fair, dogs are equally little shits when it comes to
Okay.
chewing shit.
I have a
Charlie
s-
is a aberrant dog.
I have a
He
s-
doesn't chew anything that's not his.
It's really true. Like, you can leave food out, he won't eat it. It's really great.
My last dog, on the other hand,
Yeah, dogs.
yeah,
I
no,
mean, dogs are foods.
that's a problem. You couldn't leave
dogs are foodies.
anything within head height.
All right. I think this is a great place for us to head back into Dungeons and Dragons. Once I remember how I was going to have this guy talk. Rufio! All right. All right, ready? Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight, here on Dork Tales. As you approach Little Oak and are confronted by the children there, the one known as Will of the Fey Wild swings down and stares at you, calling out, "Stand down or face merry hell!" At which point, Nico looks up at him and says, what was it again?
You look different than I expected.
What were you expecting? Someone less handsome, debonair, charming?
Definitely not Noni.
This one's a kidder. All right, everybody. Head inside. I'll take care of these folk. But I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. I said get back in there. And be ready to pelt them with rocks. Okay. Oni. And with that, he's going to jump, catching one of the many, many ropes that hold the swings around Little Oak, and is going to kind of fly to the ground with its kind of rappelling down the side of the tree, and hits the ground hard in front of you, brushes his hand through his immense bush of hair, and what do you know? What are you doing going around
Well.
saying stuff like that? Huh?
I can just see you. Not
Nothing-
exactly well hidden.
Nico, what's going on?
I am plenty well hidden.
Nico, I just see a boy.
A handsome.
I'm going-
Mister.
I'm sure. I'm going to use telepathy with Luthienne to share what I'm seeing.
All right.
Lynn's gonna try and look at him like upside down and see if that helps.
So, Luthienne, you
Yeah.
you are going to be able to see like an outline of a blue. They flew in the book. I always picture Oni as having red skin personally. So like a red-skinned, fang-toothed giant with like hulking muscles, like basically like think like the Incredible Hulk, but like blue-skinned with like long white hair.
Okay.
Kind of standing there, dressed kind of similarly to this kid.
Huh. Interesting.
What? Now she's getting that look in her eyes too. What are you doing? What lies are you telling him?
Literally no lies. I'm just saying what I see. If you don't want people to know, hide better, I guess.
I'm hiding just fine.
It's just what the spider is talking about, and he's not what he seems.
But now the
Yeah.
spider's talking about something too? What do you mean the spider?
Stories get around.
You know, I don't think we got this spider's name.
No, I don't think so.
Yarn spinner.
We
Oh,
did. It
thanks.
was Yarn Spinner. I'm just bad at names. But,
Oh, a story spider?
yeah.
Yes.
This,
Do not-
well, we're not here to blow
I'm
up
not
the
here to hurt
spot.
you.
We're here because we need help. We figure you want to get rid of Scabatha as much as we do. We want to help you. You've been done some great work here already, and we want to make this a better place for you and your kids here.
Listen, old man.
Isaac, you sound so funny right now.
I appreciate the thought, but maybe your crotchety old plans would just get us in more trouble.
Yeah, we don't really need your help at all. Like, you're not, like, that strong
Yeah.
that we couldn't use you.
I think Sassy's saying it's a courtesy.
And if he can't tell that I'm not, in fact, an old man, what good is he anyway? Let's go, guys.
And I'm gonna start walking away.
Yeah, Sassy will too. We don't need his
Luthienne's
help.
gonna do too.
Well, why? What are you supposed to be? Huh? Just like an old lion.
You really can't tell?
Oh,
Oh.
of course. Yeah, obviously. I mean, just look at yeah. Well, now that you point it out, obviously. No, I thought you were talking about the less obvious thing. You know, that he's unfashionable.
That's just rude. I'm gonna keep walking. Come on,
Yeah.
Juniper, let's go.
I hoped we could make a new friend, but oh well.
Then Wynn will kind of just
Fine.
slouch off.
Just head
Follow
out.
Isaac.
Nobody.
I think he's a lot more blind than the rest of you, if this is the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
I'm surprised he's gotten this
seriously.
far.
I thought he'd be
Honestly,
cool.
yeah.
He sounded so cool.
He is cool. He's the coolest. He's. Hold on. Let me see if this.
Whatever
Actually, God
you
damn it!
need
It
to
actually
tell
works.
us.
I rolled a 6.
Wynn's not
Nice.
quite sure what they're doing, but she's just following along.
Perfect.
I was like, discreetly insult him.
Yes.
He is cool. He is plenty cool.
Not good at keeping it cool though.
No?
Your voice okay there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Got
Yeah,
a
there you
toadstool
go.
in your throat?
Yeah.
It's puberty.
How
what?
late
Right.
to Oni hit puberty, man?
Could you no? They can. Okay, listen. If you guys need help and you're trying to get rid of the hags, sure, maybe we can work out something. We can work together. We can figure something out. Okay, even though you're big stinky adults. Okay, I can help you. You can help me, but not if you bring that up again. Okay, I don't need you scaring the kids.
I think that's a fair deal.
Looks down at Nico.
Alright.
I guess.
You can just. Okay, all right. So. Well, I suppose that's a decent bargain. You promising me all of your gold. Yeah, they got gold. They say up in the tree. I don't need all that though. But I could use your help with a heist.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds fun.
Eh,
What do you mean? It's a heist. Of course it's fun. All right, that's it.
long as we're not stealing from any sort of dragons, I don't want to be part of a dragon heist.
Yeah, not really into that. But if it's a heist that benefits us primarily, but are you really up to it?
Oh. I think you're gonna like it. But in the meanwhile, tell you what. You want to take down Scabatha. Well, Scabatha just happens to have made the greatest enemy of her life.
With a tree?
Not the tree.
You, I presume.
The idiot brought me over to work for her. And then she cursed me. To warm my heart.
Oh, is that what's going on here?
Yeah, she picked a fight with the most gallant hero of the Fey Wild.
Lovely to meet you, Mr. Gallant here. I'm Gwendolwyne. You can call me Win.
Oh, you can just call me Will.
And she grabs his hand and like shakes.
All right, so great. You can just call me Will. And as he's saying this, you're going to hear from behind him. Shh. Hold on. It's not time for your appearance. And tumbling out from like one of the baskets that kind of dangles off of the tree's branches is a tiny displacer beast kitten.
Star! Star! It's Isaac!
Toy?
If you're holding up that ball and Isaac's right there, Star is going to leap about excitedly.
Throw it, he loves that.
Okay. She'll throw it.
And so Star is going to take off running and just hit the ball so hard that that they just kind of like roll over instead, like grab the ball, but the ball keeps going boom, 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 boom.
Shoot.
Oh.
What are you-
That's Stalagrin's kid.
Who? That's just Star. That's my sidekick. We're together for a while now.
Where did you find Star?
Wandering through the Fey Wild.
She's from the carnival. She probably fell through a fairy circle or got separated from her mom. Parents.
Quite missed back home.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take he needs to go home.
Well, I mean, I'm sure his dad would love to know that he's okay.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty busy right now. I can't let him out of my sight as his legal guardian of the Feywild. But then again, of course, I could take him home without a problem. But I need a favor first. I'm not going to make 2 trips. So, there are tons of kids in Loomlurch that are being held captive by Scabatha. If we free them all, then I only have to make 1 trip.
I think that sounds like a mighty fun plan.
Sounds reasonable.
That sounds
Not a bad
wonderful.
All right. Well, tell you what. Why don't we discuss this over tea, rum, and crackers?
Sure.
Rum.
All right.
Sure.
With the children.
I like tea.
I mean, one of them's a dwarf and one of them's an orc. They're fine. It's butter rum. The other one's an elf, and whatever she does is she's definitely legal drinking age for a human. So if you follow, he's going to lead you up into the tree and into the actual treehouse itself. Up there, you will see that the floor of this treehouse is covered with blankets, cushions, piles of straw. Hanging from a 6-foot-high ceiling by a rope is a basket that holds apples, berries, sugarcane, and a few rumpled up sheets of parchment. In one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks completely out of place. Heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume made out of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached to it. And then in that basket, what you're going to see is that there are wanted posters crumpled up. And they're laying all over the floor, like so many different wanted posters of Will. Like, let me just read out a couple of them to you.
Never get the nose right.
This sorry wretch is stolen from me. Deliver him alive and unharmed, and I'll give you 10 years. I'll give you back 10 years of your youth. This troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you'll win the heart of the one you love. Bring this imp alive and unharmed, and I'll bury you up to your neck in silver. Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword ever breaks your skin. Deliver this rascal alive and unharmed. As payment, I offer you the power to bring the dead back to life.
Do you think we could trick Scabatha and bring you, get her to give something, and like loosely tie your hands, and then you can attack her when you're close?
Maybe, but I've got some good ideas. At this point, the other let me meet you, crew, line up! And in this room, it's about big enough for about 12 kids to be in. So think of like, you know, like the Losers Club type of hideout from like It. These kids are just going to kind of lurch to attention and come. This is Bobby. Hello, says the dwarf. This is Sloane. Yeah. Obviously, says the ginger-haired female wood elf. And this is Zener. Yep, it's me, says the female orc. And we and Star are the getaway gang.
Just the 4 of you?
For now.
5.
Be a gang of 4. 5.
6.
Well,
6.
I mean, it's lovely to
sorry.
meet you. My name's Gwendolwyne. You can call me Win.
I'm Nico Freiya.
Sarcyra Novis.
Luthienne Aeradel.
Don't look down at us, says Bobby. We're a lot older than we look. We've been here for quite a while.
Now I believe it.
I know how that feels. Being older than you look. Wait, other way around.
Well, I mean, I wasn't looking down on you.
I don't really have a choice.
I mean, I'm only 5'5".
I'm older than I look, so I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you're all older than me.
You're what? 20?
I'm 19.
I was only up by a year.
All right, so what's the plan then? You're here for a reason, right? So you need some help.
Yeah.
Well, go on. What do you need help with?
We wanted to know what you knew about her.
About who?
Anything
The
that-
hag?
About the
Yeah.
hag. Yes.
Troops, what do we know about the hag? Bobby will go. She keeps a squad of tin soldiers. They defend Lumelarch, but they're easily lured away by distractions. Any loud noises, graffiti, vandalism, other fun things. All right. Sloane. Like, the children held captive are haunted by boggles. Like, oily little things that, like, sprout out of children's misery. Aww. That's correct. Zener. Granny Nightshade imprisons her most hated enemies inside of a cell in her kitchen. Maybe she eats them.
I was gonna say, sounds like she cooks them up.
That's horrifying.
You should go see the unicorn. Yeah, you should go see the unicorn. The unicorn would be a good place to start.
Alright.
There was some magic around it that you could help us dispel, I think, is why we were sent to you.
Sort of. I can hide you. Only unicorns can reach the shores of Wayward Pool. Magic protecting is too strong. Nothing that doesn't look like a unicorn can get there.
So
Isaac looks
Sarah's
over in the
gonna-
corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sassy's pointing to the...
Not being the butt.
Well, it's only big enough to hold 2 of you without some magic.
I mean, I can get pretty small.
You can, There's a little trick around it too. You're welcome to borrow that if you'd like. You have to return it though. It's a good quilt. You can also tie a unicorn horn, like a wooden unicorn horn, to your forehead. That should also bypass it.
What about a real unicorn horn?
You don't have a real unicorn horn. Just get a wooden one.
Sassy will like point to who had the bag? I forget whose bag Sassy put.
Me.
Nico. Sassy's gonna like point to Nico in the bag.
You don't have a unicorn horn. Come on.
I'll pull it out. And then
Holy-
put it back in.
I do, actually.
Holy shnikes.
Right?
What?
Don't underestimate us.
Yeah.
What the? How did you get the? Did you? Is that a real unicorn horn? Dude, I think it's a unicorn horn. Yeah, I think it is too. How did you get the? How did you get
sold
the?
her first kiss for it, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, the memory of it.
The second one's pretty great though, so I can't imagine what the first one was.
I'm a good kisser. I've been told by
I
many.
don't know, you looked kind of grossed out the first time.
Huh.
Okay.
Meh.
All right. Sure. So,
Will I get in trouble with the unicorn if I go and wearing a unicorn horn?
Baby.
That's what we're wondering. Do you know?
What? How to get?
They kind of get offended if you
Yeah,
have
well-
an actual horn.
Yeah.
No. So, she'll probably tell you the whole story if you go see her, but that used to belong to her boyfriend, lover.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
Ew.
after
Was he a
hearing
real
from
piece
the
of work?
spider.
I mean, he was a real unicorn. Unicorns are, honestly, big wimps. They're like no good goody-goodies. They're not going to do anything. Otherwise, they would have taken out this hag already. No, when the hags took over, they took out one of the unicorns, the boyacorn.
Eladon?
Yeah, that guy. They took his horn and used it to seal away. Well, Zavilna.
So
They
I
use
can
the-
use that to unseal Zabilna?
Maybe.
Don't
You'd have to.
lose
You'd have
that
to.
sassy.
You'd have to get to her palace, and well, I mean, the unicorn could probably teach you how to do that. I can't do that. I could just get you there. So what you got to do is you got to go all the way up to the pool, and on a little island in the middle of the lake, there's going to be like an iron bowl, and it's full of fresh coals. Okay, to summon the unicorn, what you do is you light a fire in the bowl. It's the only place in the entire lake that you can light a bowl. Wait, no, that you can light anything. What's so funny? What did I say?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That sounded normal.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can you tell I'm the only one who hangs out with stoners?
Oh, I think so too.
No, I know it's funny.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
Lighting a bowl. Anyway.
Lynn's just like, what's a stoner?
Isaac would not be laughing at this. Krista
Right.
is laughing at this.
Why are we talking about rock people? Come on, we're talking about unicorns. All right? No golems here, no elementals here, just Are unicorns like fairy element? No, they're not. Okay, so,
I'm not sure. They're all over the place sometimes.
Right.
Please continue.
anyway. But then you got to get out of here, right? You're going to need a guide. You need a guide.
Uh-huh. Do you know
Hey.
anybody?
Yeah, I know somebody. He turns around and glances back at the edge of the room, and in the corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can. Hey! Squirt! Critical juncture moment. Does Squirt sound like Keanu Reeves?
Oh, man.
Or what is the most hedonistic thing you can think of besides Bender?
James Spader.
Okay, we're going with James Spader or Keanu Reeves for this.
See, I was thinking of recent Scanlan.
Wow. Oh, God. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do we want? Is the oil can like James Spader or Keanu Reeves? I need to know
Up
this.
to you.
Up to you.
Let me see if I can get down to James Spader again. little bit. It's been a while since I've done James Bader.
That's fair. You can stick with Keanu Reeves.
Is
You know
his
that one better.
name literally Squirt before
Yeah.
we go back into
It's
this?
literally Squirt. I didn't name him. Squirt through oil can. All right.
He's like the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Squirt! Dude.
The oil can is going to
That's
just
who he
kind
should
of
be.
is going to kind of shift around
should.
and. How's everybody doing? What? I'm awake. What can I?
Where's this guy leading us now? For the unicorn?
Oh, new people. Hey, folks, how's it going? You guys, you want to party?
I mean, always.
I am not opposed to it.
That
No.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, just pour it, like, right into my can.
Or what?
Yeah, pour
Like,
what?
the party juice.
What's party juice?
Whatever you got, really. Like,
Do we
I
have
got
that
tea.
bottle of wine?
No, I
Still?
already used mine.
Oh, you used it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can
like,
share my tea with you.
ugh, tea. No.
Oh.
No, bro. I just want, like... I'm not going James Spader, or he's kind of naturally just falling into a Kyle. Sorry. Yeah, you know, I just had a long night last night, and the night before, and the night before.
Stop! You're making me yawn, too.
You're making me on.
You're making me yawn.
You're making me on. Anyway, I just,
Everyone yawn.
I just got oil everywhere last night, guy. I'm just, you know, I'm just feeling kind of hollow inside, you know? And he's gonna open his lid, and you'll see that he literally is hollow inside. Yeah, I just don't got enough oil to really do anything. So, you know,
That's slightly disturbing.
yeah, well, I mean, you fill me up, Buttercup, and I'll take you wherever you want to go.
Not
Wow.
Buttercup, I'm a win.
Will, do you
Yeah.
have any oil? Or
Yeah, I
whatever
need,
else
no, I need
requires?
boggle oil.
Oh, so we need to get it from after the hag.
Yeah.
You bring oil and you guide us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Gotcha.
I'm a little rusty right now. But,
Isaac
yeah.
pulls back out his checklist.
All right, what are we adding in this? Boggle oil.
Go see Unicorn.
Go see unicorn.
Fight hag.
Right, heck. Is that happening before or after the boggle? Where are these boggles?
Boggle would be after, right?
Yeah, the
ones we
boggles.
killed?
No. She keeps boggles that work for her. So, like, if you're going after Granny Nightshade, you can just oil them there. Yeah, so it'll be after that and before your bikini wax. Will says, leaning over your shoulder. Nope, he did not manage to trick you with that. That wasn't that one.
So you said you can
Smack
lure
Will.
away, or the soldiers can be lured away. I think that would be a good task for the 6 of you.
Oh, are we ready to plan how to get into Loomlarch? Listen, folks, I already have a plan created. This plan is the best plan that you've ever heard of. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. He's actually making the dun 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 noises himself.
Of course he is.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm fully
dun,
expecting the, like,
dun, dun,
a
dun, dun.
bullywug style plans drawn on the floor.
Yeah, that's
Watch this. He pulls out a stick. And then we're going to just kind of swap to being on the ground, no longer in the treehouse. At like, dun, 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 dun. All right. We approach. Bobby, Sloan, Xenar, and Star. You'll creep around. He has like crude drawings of each of their faces. We'll creep around through the woods to the west of the tree and hide out of sight while of the screaming scarecrows right here. Meanwhile, I'll sneak around. A much more handsome, like very well-drawn version of himself. Dun, 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 dun. I'll sneak around to the entrance to the kitchen on the east side of the tree. You, bunch of like sketches of y'all. Nico looks kind of stinky. There are maybe stink lines. Luthienne's kind of coming off okay. But everybody else is getting stink lines. But not as many as Nico.
Stinky.
What did I do?
They might just be your horns, to be fair.
Nah, fair.
Okay.
Thing just looks really sad.
Okay. You'll enter the Goblin Market. Here, posing as travelers, you're going to purchase some sweets, arrange for a meeting with the hag. During the meeting, the kids will alert the screaming scarecrows and lure the tin soldiers into the garden here. And then, while everyone's distracted, you go and free the captives from the workshop, while I climb into the textile mill and free the captives there. And once the children are set free, we all come back to Little Oak. Here.
We need to, defeat the hag, too.
You're actually going to...
Does this take into account the fact that she forgets the first person she sees in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
It depends what time you're going to go there and what time she wakes up, I guess. It's not the morning, it's when she wakes up.
Right, of course.
Yes. So if she was
Do naps count?
put to sleep by something.
Does magical? Oh, good
Yeah.
thinking, Luthienne.
Thank you.
Well, if she's Fey, she probably wouldn't be able to be put asleep usually.
That's true.
No.
I can't.
But does a
that
nap
makes
count?
sense.
Does knocking her out count?
Is that
I
actually
like the way
sleep?
you think.
I don't know. That's the question.
Huh.
And for how long? If you're out for longer than an hour, does that count as a nap? Because you were knocked unconscious.
I think that counts as a coma.
An hour
Does
of
a
a coma?
coma
Does a coma
count
count?
as a nap?
Well, okay, maybe if it's not a full stop, it's a comma.
I suppose if we just put her in a coma, a coma.
Which would be
that-
a nap.
Which
not
is a nap.
sleep.
But if she's in that long of a nap, have we defeated her at that point? How long does the sleep
That's
have to
true.
happen?
Wow,
Why don't we
we're all
just
discussing this. Wynn is cleaning up
guess
the
we
drawing so that she looks better.
Oh,
Just crouched on the ground, just scribbling in the drawing.
Anybody who wants to can give me an int check right here about this plan.
Amazing.
I'm gonna try. Oh my god, I'm gonna.
Oh, nope,
Oh
I
my
rolled a
God.
2. That's not gonna
Two?
do anything.
Okay.
Oh man.
Not bad.
You know what? I'm gonna roll
let's
this
see,
one.
let's see.
Oh,
Plus my
man.
13.
Let's go.
15.
Oh my god.
15?
13.
7. Wait,
All
not
right.
even.
I'm going to say
It's a
13 is
6.
fine enough for this. So 13 and up. With an int check, you will know that the book even itself says Will's plan is sketchy. Like point blank
Yeah.
right here.
Nice.
You'll be like, yeah, this plan could work. This is this is a role-playing game plan. Like it has a chance of working just
Yeah.
because it's a role-playing
If we
game.
roll well, it will happen, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of risk.
Otherwise.
We need to take into account her sleeping patterns. Is there a way that we could sneak in and watch her for a while and kind of
Well-
understand her schedule and what she does?
There's the market nearby. We could have that as base, like you said.
Mhm.
We go to the market.
Get a lay of the land.
That's
We
true.
could pick some stuff up at the marketplace. I can disguise myself.
And if we're talking about
Doesn't she travel
naps,
too?
Got a flying rocking horse.
She does have the flying rocking horse. Bobby, what do you remember from when you used to be an unpaid servant for her? Well, I remember when she wakes up in the morning, she usually goes straight into her garden for a few hours and putters around there.
The garden where she grows the something or others. Christa's forgot. She grows something in her garden, doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
the red caps.
Red caps.
Red
down.
caps. Where she grows the red caps.
And then, let's see. Let's see.
You think there's any sort of big enough stink somebody could make that would make her go and look at it?
Maybe. Big enough stink, eh? You could go buy some stinkweed at the market.
We could.
I
And
mean,
you
a
could stink bomb the entire stump.
Sure.
I know
Also-
I'm looking old, but this sounds very juvenile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an idea. If one of us, probably not Isaac, whoever is closest in height to me, it would work best. But if one of you is the first person Zybilna sees, or Zybilna, Scab, whatever, old hag lady bitch we're trying to take down.
Granny Nightshade.
Mm-hmm.
Granny Nightshade, you get it. If one of you guys is the first person she sees, I have a little something that I can do. You know how I can do this, and I'll make my ears and tail disappear with disguise self?
Mm-hmm.
I can do this, but I can also turn myself into other people.
Intriguing proposition if that's how it works.
If that's how it works,
It's
It
who she
could-
sees, actually visual.
if
Yeah.
it's a visual thing,
I think it is.
Then-
yeah.
it could.
Well, and perhaps if this market is as good as it is, perhaps we'll be able to find so maybe all of us can look the same.
So,
Mm.
Only
Well,
to an
forgetting.
extent, I think.
does that mean she just doesn't see you for the rest of the day?
Or she forgets who that is.
It's even better than that. As far as I understand from what I've heard, Will says, she can't even see you afterwards.
You don't exist to her.
It's like her brain just forgets.
And then she remembers at night.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. You can actually set appointments with her. She kind of runs the place like a boss. All you have to do is get into the market and meet with either Chucklehead or Pincushion. Chucklehead's a goblin that works there, and Pincushion is a living doll. A real doll.
We heard why does that name sound familiar? Did the goblin must have talked about that, I think, that we met.
I think someone mentioned Chucklehead before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real Chucklehead.
I have Chucklehead written down, so yes, he definitely did.
Yes, me too. So yes, we could go.
Perhaps before we make any solid plans, we go to the market and sort of get a lay of where
Scout.
everything is. Yeah.
But first, the unicorn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that done. I want to get out of here and cause some trouble.
All right. Well, how are we all gonna fit
do
in
that.
this unicorn costume?
I mean, you can just put a unicorn horn on your head.
I'm
Get
gonna put the unicorn on my head.
And do you think minor illusion would do anything?
Minor illusion of horn.
It's got to be a real one. The magic
Mm.
knows.
But it wooden one works.
What about
Well,
the?
it knows magic. It doesn't know wood.
Oh,
Wood's its weakness, obviously.
replica unicorn horn with candy. Does this work?
Is it shaped like a unicorn horn?
I think so. It says replica unicorn horn with candy. It's from the.
You know what? I'm
carnival.
gonna say yes if it's tied to your head. Yeah,
Nice.
100%. That's amazing.
100%. It says
Absolutely
wood here
perfect.
specifically, but yeah, no,
Oh.
they give you a candy unicorn horn in the first chapter. That
Yeah.
works. That's
Yeah.
Chekhov right
Nice.
there, guys.
Chekhov's horn.
They just forgot that thing existed when they were writing this chapter.
I'll help Luthienne
Could be.
tie it on.
So it's gonna
you.
make that chick noises because it's full of
Yes.
candy, right?
Absolutely. I love this. Still, it's gonna be a bunch.
So
All right.
good.
Now who's gonna be the ass? You, okay.
No, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. That's how this game is played.
Fine.
I'll do it.
At least it was back in your day.
Don't you start on it too, Luthienne. Let no. I believe turning against me. I expect it from these whippersnappers, but not from you. Not even
So
better than that.
Sarcyra's gonna at this
Yes,
point
yes, complain,
lean
Grandpa.
over to Nico and be like, "So you can see things." I'm sorry, the mic's over here. I will not be
I was like-
mic to talk.
Oh, where are you?
Where are we? So you can see through kind of illusions.
I can see everything for the next. How many hours have passed, DM?
About 5, we'll say.
All right.
So basically till tomorrow.
I can see through everything until tomorrow. and I can see further in the dark. Why?
Is Isaac actually old, or is it something like how the Oni's disguised?
No, he's like old.
Oh shit!
Like,
What?
I don't know how long this is gonna last.
Oh fuck!
Wynn's still busily drawing in the dirt. She's making a masterpiece out of this plan.
Luthienne's still super impressed that she doesn't have to be part of the unicorn.
That's
I'm
pretty
shaking
great,
her hand
actually.
a
I
lot.
like what you're doing with the plan there. I especially love your use of bazookas. I'm not sure where we're gonna get those, but I think we can do a good job.
I mean, they would really, really round out this plan.
I don't know where we're getting the dire wolves, but I like your spirit.
I mean, you always need puppies.
And is that an army of mushroom people?
Well, there seem to be so many around about here.
Wait,
I'm
hold
sure
on.
we
If I
could
turn my head,
weaponize
those
them.
aren't mushrooms.
What?
What? What? I'm 11.
How
I'm
old are you
19.
actually, really?
I mean, it's the Fey Wild. I'm as old as I need to be, but like mentally and emotionally, I'm 11.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Mentally, all of you are thinking just like every other guy I know.
Wynn's just giving confused face.
Huh?
All right. Ready to go to Wayward Pool?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a unicorn horn.
Well, I suppose you and I could be the unicorn if Nico wants to be their small selves. Can the three of us fit under there? If,
With a fox, you can, yeah.
Cool.
All right.
I'll just
Isaac, you're the butt.
pop.
So,
Already claim not being the butt as he's stepping into the pants.
so the unicorn costume is fashioned so that they could reach blah blah blah. It is big enough to be worn by 2 adults or 4 children walking single file. The wooden horse's head is mounted on a stick that the person in the lead holds up. The children have glued a wooden horn to its brow. Small holes in the polka dotted fabric allow the costume wearers to see where they are going while it's covering them.
Oh, so you can stand up straight. So the butt is just like way
It's just a
higher
sheet.
than the.
It's just a sheet with like a tail. I'm gonna say there's a broom that's gonna keep smacking you in the back of the head as whoever's the butt.
All right.
Amazing. I'm in.
Wynn's gonna play this real serious.
You guys look absolutely fantastic. Sassy's
Yeah. I would never assume that it wasn't a real unicorn in front of me.
Wynn will continue
so
holding the
great.
thing, then put one hand on her hip and just be like, yes, I know.
So beautiful.
You see the elbow pop out from under the sheet, just a bit of a wiggle. You see the
Look
back.
at the cloak.
The back hat kind of goes.
You look good.
Yep. Oh man, I wish we had something that could, just instantly just capture this moment. 'Cause, boy, I want to show you guys what you look like.
Let's get a move on.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So, farewell, unicorn soldiers. Oh, and you have to stay like that the entire way there, or else it won't work, because you never know how far away the magic is going to start.
Right.
This bitch.
That's a 25.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, you mangle your way through the woods, because there's no other word
Can I
for
roll
it.
charisma to see how well I pull this off?
Can I
With
help?
disadvantage. Okay, with flat, yes.
All right, Christa, let's put our faith in your dice. Oh, all right.
I was waiting for a 1.
You see, too.
I was like, roll a 1.
Yeah.
Right? I was hoping.
19.
Hooray!
Now, okay, so as you are walking to the forest,
pulled this off with a
for
plum.
copyright reasons, I can't play it, but I need all of you to picture the opening riff from Staying Alive as you go, ba-da-dum-ba-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum. Well, you can
Yes.
tell by the way I walk my horse, I'm a unicorn. No time to talk. In love going to the pool. Gonna meet with a unicorn fool. Gonna run around. MMD. Gonna go and kill the Fey.
That's Nico like barking underneath, barking it to herself.
Not actual lyrics, just
Just-
yip, 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 yip.
Yip.
Like, what the fuck is it?
Meanwhile, like, every once in a while, I'm
Lynn's
sure
just dancing
Sassy
along.
and Luthienne are on either side of the horse, just like trying to drag it the right way. Starts
into the
wandering
tree.
off the path into a tree. Nope.
The butt starts coming around the side a little bit too
No,
far.
Isaac, behind. Keep it pace.
Can't see anything under here.
All right.
Wynn's just kind of. The head's just kind of going all over the place, probably.
You guys, you look like a drunk
Oh, good.
unicorn right now.
Well, that's okay.
As long as you look like a unicorn.
All right. So, as you make your way downward, kind of meandering in this chaotic pantomime, eventually you'll find yourselves standing at a small lake, actually quicker than you expected. Mist drifts over the surface of a small lake. Forested crags line the shore on one side of the lake, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. You managed to make it all the way to the shore. Across it, you see that little island in the center is where you need to be to light and summon the unicorn. It is about 250 feet into the lake.
How deep is it?
Looks about 30 feet deep.
Is there a boat anywhere on the shore?
There is not.
Hmm.
Is there a log?
There. Roll to look for a log. Give me a
9.
9. So you find some sticks.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
I mean, I have the one more pixie stick, but that's
How are we
only
getting back?
yeah.
How good swimmers are y'all?
I mean, probably okay.
Yeah.
It's a calm pool, right? Like
Oh yeah, it's a placid lake.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. I guess we could go for a swim.
I'm
The
gonna-
last
one of-
time we were in water.
Yeah, can I look at the lake?
Let's see. One of the sticks that I found. Can I like reach out from under the unicorn and toss a stick into the water?
Bloop. It floats away. Nothing eats it. Sassy, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say I wanted to. How clear is the lake? I would like to make a perception look at the lake to see if it
You may.
looks terrifying.
You may. Who here has a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Yes.
Okay. Nico and Wen, as you're staring at the water, you feel like you're being watched.
I'll
Wynn's gonna look around.
on Isaac.
Oh. Look down.
What? What do you
Like-
see, girl?
Is Timmy lost in the well?
Is there a well in that water?
I will do like one of these, like try to do like
Yeah.
there's something watching us, but like just like with my little paw and like do this like
Something watching? Something out there? On the island?
No, it kind of feels like on your back. Like it's a weird vibe. Sassy, you're looking in the water. The water seems clear. There aren't really even any fish in it. All you can really see is that there are this dusting of fireflies that are beginning to crest along the water of the lake, and in the distance you can see that the sun is beginning to dip, casting purple and red hues over the lake. It's quite lovely, and that's the point that you hear behind you the snap of a twig. Damn. Muklok. So, Sassy, you will hear that. Everybody else just kind of feels a little iffy.
What was that?
What was what?
I heard a twig snap behind us. Someone's behind us.
Wynn will turn and look.
Yeah.
With the horse head as if
Yeah.
the horse is looking. Yeah.
Of course. When she commits to a role, she commits.
Looking behind you, make me a perception roll.
Okay. $24.
24? You think you can see some bushes rustling in the distance, like someone's moving through them, but it looks like they're moving away from you.
It looks like they're moving away.
Do we think they might be scouts?
I mean, maybe.
Best get across this lake as quick as we can. Should we just try to swim? What do you guys think?
Don't see
Sure.
any. I can't think of anything logical of anything else right now.
Best get to it then.
Let's take a dip. Nice sunset swim.
Now, does anyone have anything that would prevent them from being able to swim?
I don't think so.
All right.
I'll put Nico kind of up on my shoulder.
What do you mean anything that would prevent them from being able to
A phobia of water. I think some of you have the inability to tie knots, but I don't think any of you have the inability to swim.
No, I don't think so.
All right. You plunge into the water. It is cool and refreshing. Actually, so much so that, Isaac, you're going to dive under the surface. And as you start swimming, people who are looking at you are going to see, like, the age lines begin to wash off your face.
Yeah.
And
I guess no one will see me because I'm under a blanket.
That's true. By the time you come out the other side onto the islet, you are completely normal looking again and sounding.
Did you take the blanket with you?
Well, we're both under it, right? Because we
you're
have
swimming
to.
together.
Yes, we're gonna have to swim together.
I see.
We're doing that like upside down canoe trick.
Except
But-
it's just a blanket.
Except it's a blanket, so it makes it harder to swim.
I was gonna say you guys are gonna end up drowning each
Exactly,
other because
yeah.
you get lost.
Yeah.
You make it to the edge of the islet, and the water's fresh still and incredibly refreshing. Any one of you, no one is experiencing any exhaustion right now, right? Cool.
Oh, have we?
I was
What?
just thinking about that. Is our exhaustion? We were supposed to roll for exhaustion
For 3
anytime we
days,
slept.
but
You're right, because
yeah.
I hate that mechanic.
Yeah.
I don't
We
think-
passed.
You guys haven't slept actually in about 2 days. Oh yeah,
We
when you were in
slept on the
bal-
on the balloon.
On the
Yeah,
balloon.
I had
yeah.
nightmares happen then.
You
You know what?
That counts.
Wait. You know what? That counts as a curse. As you come out of this pool, that effect is permanently over.
Oh well, there you go.
Oh, amazing.
Yep.
Ah,
So boom, there you go.
Convenient.
Stupid mechanic from the roller coaster. I didn't want to use in the first place, but did anyway. It's now over. Ha, 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 ha.
success.
Yeah.
All right, now take a long rest as much as you want.
Fuck yeah.
Woo.
All right. So, 30 feet above the surface of the water is the top of the islet, and there is an iron bowl filled with coals. What do you do? You were told that you had to light something in it.
Oh, yeah,
Someone
no, I wanna
not in a
light it.
two-person.
Because it's wet and cold now.
I have
Get it started.
Firebolt. I can try and cast Firebolt at it.
Sure. Will you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Your firebolt rips out, striking the coals, and in no time at all, they are going to begin to crackle and warm the area here. The coals ignite, casting sparks up into the cooling night, warming.
Actually, my hat's probably fine.
And then, one minute later, After warming yourself, you will see a tremendous, glorious sight. A unicorn with silver coloration and long flowing golden hair from its mane and tail, with a spiraling golden horn, looking like it was poured straight from a treasury's mint, steps onto the shore, some 250 feet away from you. The lakeshore mists part to reveal her, and she stands perfectly still, silently observing you.
Anybody seen anything yet? Oh.
Still under a blanket.
She's back where we were originally on the other side of the shore.
Yes.
Yeah, no sassy
Good
thing.
name of Elos.
I guess swim back? Or do we call her? Hello,
unicorn
Morna?
She looks at you, clomps her front hooves twice, and gestures you back toward her.
Alright, back
What
in
are we
the water,
doing?
guys.
Can someone ask her if we need to keep this ridiculous outfit on?
It's probably best.
Yeah.
Do you splash into the water and swim back?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. You come up onto the shore, drenched and soaking, kind of dripping,
Oh, God.
looking like sea monsters almost from how much water is just pouring off of you.
Win and
You-
I definitely do.
The unicorn
We're the loveliest sea monsters.
tosses its mane,
Got waterlogged.
and a voice in your head speaks out. Why are you wearing that strange outfit?
We heard we were supposed to.
Ah. You
If
need
we'll
to
let
wear
her.
it beyond the shore.
Did
The charm only prevents others from reaching here. What a clever ruse.
I don't know what I expected.
He'll flip the thing off and wring his
Oh.
mane out a little bit.
Isaac,
Nico will like
You look-
shake herself off and just
you're young again.
Oh,
The pool de-aged you.
wonderful. You know what? This is already going well. Lamorna, pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I imagine it is. Why have you come to Thither?
We've come to free it from the influence of Scabatha, Granny Nightshade.
Then you are my ally. And I wish to do what I can to aid you in your quest. For the hag must be and as she says that, you're going to hear a cry of rage from behind her as a small orc, the size of a dwarf, launches himself at her back, blade drawn at her throat in a surprise round. Which is what we're going to call game for the night, actually.
Oh no!
No! Don't
Oh,
kill the
hot
unicorn!
diggity.
Hot diggity
fuck.
damn.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
no.
Oh, fuck.
So
someone
I will-
else about to lose the horn, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, she's dead, bitches. Let's go.
Might as well use the horn for
my
something.
God.
It's true. It's true. I'll show you a photo of the orc. One sec. He is an ugly, ugly cuss.
Oh no.
Oh no!
If I can find it, hold on. There we go.
Lovely
Oh
mother
no.
right
Hey, what
there.
a handsome gent.
What a handsome gent, we say.
Yeah.
All right, cliffhanger. So, folks, that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. This is just the best stopping point that we have. Otherwise, it's going to be much longer. So, thank you for tuning in. Definitely come back and see us next episode. Reminder that if you haven't heard it elsewhere, we are not running next week. It is Valentine's Day, and some of us are taking the night off to perpetuate a bad holiday, but mostly we're just taking a night off to spend with people. So I hope you find some other stuff to do. If you're looking for other stuff, go check out our YouTube or our Twitch for back episodes that you might not have seen, and or go listen to Rime of the Frostbane, because that's always good. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. In particular, I want to thank our Patreon supporters, our divine producers, DM Michael Gray and Soul Omen, our princes of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy, and my demonic producer, Bricarius. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting us and keeping the lights on. If you want to join them, get your name at the end of episodes and all other cool stuff, get shout outs and other cool things that we are going to be announcing soon, because when we hit 50 patrons on Patreon, I am going to be doing something really huge, and some of you are involved in it, so that'll be fun to see. Go support us. It is great because it keeps the lights on, and it literally is my job, so help. Besides that, I want to say thank you to all of you who have been listening and recommending us on the podcast. Please leave reviews, leave comments. I try to answer as many comments as I can on YouTube and stuff. And tell your friends, because that's how we grow. Growing is showing or caring or something like that. I don't know. Don't give me that look. Anyway, we got a lot of really cool stuff coming from Dork Tales in the next couple months. I did want to say that we have some fantastic changes that are going to be happening in our game Shards of Nirn. We have something really cool coming up in the next 2 episodes, next 2 or 3. I think you're really going to like it. And Dirge for Exilar is tomorrow night. It's episode 3 of our horror campaign, which is going swimmingly for me, but not so much for the players.
I was going to say, yeah.
It's fantastic, let me tell you.
Are you enjoying it? Because having a heart attack every game?
Oh, it's so great. Last episode was great. And I'm excited because I rolled for the life table, so I get to finally tell everyone gets to finally see what Thorana looks like when
stressed.
Thorana wakes up.
You're not you when you're hungry.
I, from an audience perspective, have on numerous occasions gone, ugh.
Thank you. It is a gross ass game. And,
it is.
And Soul Omen is to blame for quite a few things there, so blame her directly.
Yeah, it's got a very good Resident Evil kind of vibe.
I plot it to listening to the Village soundtrack, like the Resident Evil Village soundtrack. So,
Nice.
folks, love you very much. Definitely go check out Hayden's Dice Store, because they have just got that back up and running over on Etsy.
Guildhall Dice Shop. You can
Guildhall
go
Dice
check
Shop.
it out. Here, I'll have.
Drop the link in
my
chat.
friends live. Homie, if you could do that for me, thank you.
And can someone drop that?
Here, I should. I have a friend in chat, so I'll have.
Oh, cool. And then we have a bunch of other cool stuff happening soon. For example, Call of the Netherdeep is dropping on Dork Tales on the 17th of March, so just a little bit over a month away. I also wanted to thank you all for those of you who've gone to twitch.tv The Onyx Path on Saturdays to tune into our guest game of Mage the Ascension over there. Those episodes will be dropping on Twitch this week before our Saturday game, and I would really love it if you could come and join me on Saturday when that game returns to run off of our channel, because we just ran the first 2 over there kind of as a basically like a pilot episode thing. It's going to return to Dork Tales to run the rest of its show, but I'd love it if you joined us on Saturday for that episode, because you can come hang out with me on my birthday, because I'm running on my birthday apparently. I was not going to, but then I had the chance to run for Onyx Path, and I'm like, sure, let's do it. So come join me on my birthday while I'm still young and handsome, or whatever this is. Anyway, thank you.
You don't want to turn out like Isaac.
I don't want to turn out like
I just got
better.
I
Better.
really desperately want to play an old man now. It's so fun.
It's really good. It's really good.
I'm not gonna lie,
man.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Critical Role fan, but hot diggity if those friggin' characters of Travis's characters this season haven't been amazing.
It's true. It's going to be great. So it's going to be wonderful. I'm really looking forward toward Netherdeep. I'm not going to tell you any spoilers, but I have started working on some stuff for it now. The art's been ordered. The costumes are in production. The characters are made. The The music selection has begun to be arranged. It's going to be really great, and I hope that you come and enjoy us, because Critical Role's not going to run it, so we're going to roll it. We're going to be the is Pepsi okay of Critical Role. Which I am
President's
fine.
choice. President's choice.
President's choice. No,
Yeah.
we're broadcasting in America. We'll be like the Shasta.
Ooh.
Mr. Pibb, I think that's what I called it last
Mr.
time.
Pibb.
Yeah.
We're the
Yeah,
Mr. Pibb.
Mr.
Yeah.
Pibb didn't go to medical school. Mr. Pibb is like not. So folks, that's going to be it from us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Same dork time, same dork channel. Good night, everybody.